And we're probably live. Hello, okay, we're switching over. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Card Kingdom's weekly Legacy stream. I'm Patrick. This is Kelvin. We're here about to hit you with 4 rounds of hard-hitting Legacy action.
Oh yes, both live and in paper.
Exactly. Very special in that way. We've just got our round 1 matches sitting down right now, so we should be good to go in just a moment.
Yep, we got a pretty spicy one set up. I know a deck that you're pretty familiar with.
Oh yeah, yeah. I am a bit of a Nick Fit expert, so we're hoping our pre-scouting is correct that we've got a Nick Fit player in round 1. So let's head on down to the match and make sure we've got. Head on down to the match.
Oh.
Nope, it's not that. We're having some technical difficulties because obviously this is not quite what we're looking for. Okay. The camera is set up wrong. Okay. Sorry, one moment here while we troubleshoot this. So, M20 is fully spoiled now, right? We've just got everything from that last Tuesday, right?
Oh yes, I have not quite been looking. Have you seen anything spicy? I saw some ley lines. I was like, sweet.
I mean, ley lines is always a good option.
It's conspiracy theory here. Wizards made the London Mulligan a thing to sell more packs of Core 2020 for the ley lines. I'm putting that out there.
That is a conspiracy theory.
2 seconds of the transmixing.
Okay, cool.
Okay, great. That is my conspiracy theory.
It's a decent theory. I think that the London Mulligan is going to make ley lines better. I think the ley lines are definitely in there as some safety valves for something interesting that will be hopefully coming in the near future.
I think also putting Leyline of the Void makes a little less egregious that they just unleashed a pretty awful graveyard deck on Modern. So people don't have to pay $50 for their Leyline of the Voids anymore.
That's true. That's very true.
It's like, sorry, you wrecked your format. Here's some more cheap Leylines.
Plus, it's going to be a way to help keep Phoenix decks in check. Hey, there we go.
Turn 1 Trinisphere, or turn 2 Trinisphere.
Yeah, all right.
That's slow. That's actually behind schedule.
Yeah, we are right into it now, though.
Safe Strike Tusk. Yes.
Yes.
Astrophy. Targeting Cloud Post looked like.
Oh.
And Justin on no basics can't really cast a spell unless he draws a Soul Land.
Yeah, that is the early gut check with especially with Nick Fit lists. You can survive off of playing through a Trinisphere. I mean, it makes your Flashback Cabal therapies a lot less good, but it is very, very you can survive that.
Oh yeah.
3-mana vet, yeah. If it's a one-sided Veteran Explorer, 3 mana is a perfect amount of mana to pay for that.
Also, I like aggressively going after the mana too. It's like Assassin's Trophy is more just like a catch-all trying to get out of things, but also it can go after lands.
Oh yeah.
Which is nice. I see a Pernicious Deed in Leo's hand next to looks like some sort of I think
that's Innocent Blood, yeah.
That actually seems pretty good in this matchup. Even though Justin has a lot of Planeswalkers, he's also trying to resolve a lot of big Eldrazi's that they all get sacrificed the same. So that is quite a good card. And looks like a Narset.
Narset's in there as well.
FTK.
Yep, looks like it.
And a Thrag Tusk, yeah.
Yeah.
Hydra's is great. It's my favorite overcosted green creature.
It's real good. It's going to be hopefully the going for the Innocent Blood a little early, I think.
Not even getting attacked for one too.
Yeah. Hopefully,
he's trying to probably cast a second spell because the 2 basics lets him cast possibly a Narset or a Bupticate through the Trinisphere.
Yep. I'm not sure how good Narset's going to be, though, necessarily against Eldrazi Post. I mean, you can start digging for more answers, but you're not going to be shutting down any extra draw. Eldrazi Post doesn't tend to churn through the deck a huge amount.
Yeah, I think that is probably what's going for, because Endbringer is usually the only card in the deck that says draw a card on it. But that one is still actually pretty good against Narset, as you can just draw on your opponent's turn.
Exactly. You can't draw as many, but you can still draw some. Yeah. I think, dropping... if I was saying, I would drop Deed here.
Drop Deed. Well, the thing is, it's going to base almost Time Walk Justin, as you can't really cast anything with CMC less than 6 without walking straight into the Deed.
Yep. Plus, being able to blow up a Dynamo and a Trinisphere is real good.
It's too much value.
Yeah.
And he also still has a bunch of mana. He's got to go for 3-drop after.
Drop the 3-drop into. Going for Narset first.
Take a look. Take a
Yeah,
look.
I guess. Because you're not going to be blowing up Planeswalkers with it.
Yep. Oh, because old templating.
Old templating specifically calls out all the types rather than just non-land.
That's not a good one, but it's gonna be okay.
It can help put some pressure on. It's not going to, like, that Liliana is not going to be doing much in terms of dealing with Eldrazi threats, but can at least apply a little bit more pressure on Justin.
So it looks like Justin has an Ugin the Spear Dragon in hand. It's probably going to come down if that deed isn't popped.
Yeah.
I think yes. You can't pass it up.
Deed for 4 is real good right here.
Yep, X or less. Oops.
Yep. Deed, I think, is probably Leo's best card in this matchup.
4 mana. Another
Dynamo.
4 mana. Dynamo Karn.
Yep. Here comes Karn, Sign of Urza.
Oh, ticking up? I just give him the Trinisphere. The Trinisphere doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yeah. Give him the Trinisphere.
Yeah, I say Justin is really proud. He actually at the GP he picked up a Arcade Post silver token to actually go with his card.
Very nice.
I think it's pretty good. Arcade Post has got some pretty sweet stuff.
Yeah, I haven't seen those before.
And also
So Karnstrux at this point would be 3/3s.
3/3s.
Yeah.
2/2s. Oh, the plus is on place. That's a 2/2.
Oh yeah, 2/2. Sorry.
Fine, that's a fine body.
That's not bad.
So I think Leo should just first lead off by taking down the Narset, see if he can find anything you want to cast over what's in his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like another Ass Trophy and another Deed.
Wow. Yeah, dropping the second Deed with Karn out just is a great play because no matter how you pop the Deed, you're always getting rid of the Karn tokens.
Yeah. At the same time, same interaction we saw on Leo's side. The D can't really touch the Karn on the other side.
That's a bit of an issue. Karn is just a huge card value engine.
Yeah.
But it's going to be hard. Like Justin's going to have a hard time outgrinding Nick Fit.
Yeah. He can't go over the top because he is playing cards like Olamog and Ugin the Spear Dragon, which is certainly does actually ramp a little harder than the Bugfit deck.
That's true.
He's got an Ugin in hand, and if nothing happens, that's coming down next turn. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Yeah, sitting on 8.
And if Leo's not careful, that can just also exile the Deed.
True. Very true.
Okay.
So I think, the right play here is probably... Is he popping the Deed? Yeah, pop the Deed for the Dynamo. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Leo probably has Ugin on his mind. It's just trying to keep Justin off 8 mana.
Mm-hmm. I am always very happily ready to spend 7 mana to get rid of Thrawn Dynamo. It is a house.
Oh, giving him the Tomb here is...
But Grim Monolith, I think, is worse.
Grim Monolith is worse. Yeah, so just give him the Tomb.
Give him the Tomb.
But also see that the Thespian stage is going to mean that just copying that Cloud Post and Justin has a lot of mana next turn.
Well, the Thespian stage isn't copying anything yet.
Not yet, but with the Ancient Tomb in stage, he has 4 mana. He can actually just, so to speak, copy the Cloud Post, and that's an additional Locust. So that'll be basically give himself 5 mana right here.
Oh, that's true. Oh, man. Post math is hard.
I don't think 5 is really the number. It's usually 4 or 6. Because I don't think Justin's on the Reality Smasher on 5. He's on Karn's on 4, and he's on Endbringer's on 6.
Yeah. 5 doesn't really get him anywhere.
Yeah.
Plus,
this goes down. I'm finding Lattice here.
Lattice is probably the right choice.
I'm pretty sure he's going to go for Lattice next turn, but I'm pretty sure I'd tick down Karn and find something.
Yeah. Checking the sideboard before deciding to tick one way or the other. No artifacts to target with the tick up, so...
I don't know, there's nothing really to... It's also, Karn's not really under pressure, too. So I think... I think I think this is probably a hedge against Cabal Therapy.
Could be. I mean, that's the obvious option. The other choice... I don't know. With Nick Fit, it's really hard to guess what you've got coming on the other side since the lists are all so varied. So it's always good to try and have extra protection for things that you think are really good. Yeah, I was on the lookout for any Jeskai decks because it is 4th of July week, so find some red, white, and blue. But
yeah.
looks like no one's on Jeskai tonight.
Let's go. Connor. Which Connor is that? Connor Dieter.
Yeah.
No, Connor.
Oh, I know what deck Connor's on, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he's on that deck, yeah.
Yep.
Deck's hot.
Alright, so we're fetching here on Leo's side.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Leo's sitting on a whole bunch of mana right now, and
He's sitting on Assassin's Trophy in hand
Mhm.
and a Snapcaster Mage, so he can answer the board.
that's very true. I think that's probably the right choice at this point, since he knows Justin doesn't have any basics.
Yeah, and but the same thing, you can also cut Justin up a lot of mana by responding to the Festman's activation by hitting the Cloud Post.
True, very true.
Because that is the majority of his mana production right here. Because if he lets him untap with 2 Cloud Posts, that's 3 from both posts, 6 from the thing, so he's at 10 mana.
Yeah. Which is enough for pretty much anything in that deck.
Yeah. This gives him a way to actually recur the Snapcaster Mage to keep casting Assassin's Trophy because he targets it then ticks down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think the Liliana, the only thing that can pressure Liliana is either Endbringer, which is easy to answer with Assassin's Trophy and is summoning sick, and Ugin the Spirit Dragon and start bolting it.
Yeah. Or minus Xing.
Yeah, I would not tick down the Lily until the Snap is in your yard because Assassin Trophy is almost your best card, or probably Pernicious Deed, and then Assassin Trophy is very good because the Jolly Post deck is really good. Not very good against mana disruption. Yeah.
Doing the tick down.
I think the only creature in his graveyard is the Veteran Explorer.
Yeah, which isn't that bad to get back either.
I think on Leo's on 6 basics, so there's 3 left in the deck.
Yeah, he's got plenty.
So, to see something actually do with the mana.
Sadly, he cannot trophy his own Veteran Explorer, because that would be way too good. Oh, he had a Cabal Therapy.
Oh, he milled the Cabal Therapy.
Nice.
Nice. Also, but Liliana also can kill your own Veteran Explorer if you so choose.
Oh, yeah. Very good perk there. Now, now Leo's back up to enough mana to be able to Trophy Snap Trophy.
Yeah, so this is why Justin ticked up on his Karn, because, that's right. Yes, Cabal Therapy's next, Veteran Explorer's in the yard. I'm pretty sure Leo's probably naming Ugin the Spirit Dragon.
Ugin's a pretty safe bet.
It's probably something he couldn't have cast yet.
Nulamog is pretty decent, too.
Nulamog's a good one, too. That one's a scary one, but something probably huge.
Yeah.
Maybe I could name New Ugin. Oh, Karn Liberated ×2. Ugin the Effable, Ugin the Spirit Dragon.
Wow.
I don't know what he named because he may have named Endbringer.
Yeah, I don't think it was any. It was definitely none of those.
Yeah, I think there was. He did know about the Transphere. He didn't. I don't know what he named. Let's see if Justin discards a card. After it resolves, because usually a lot of times people can resolve Cabal Therapy, they show them the hand and take all the cards that they're named out of it.
Exactly. And
it is a whiff. I don't know what it was named.
Yeah, I mean, in that situation, if I was Leo, I would not have.
Leo's got to respond to this activation with the Assassin's Trophy, or he's got because he knows the Ugin's there.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, he's about. Okay, yes. Oh yeah, get the snap out of your hand while you have the mana to cast it. I like this.
Yeah, and snap the Ass Trophy that's already there.
Yeah.
Don't give away more information than you have to give away.
Yes.
Snap the Assassin's Trophy first. So that means the Thespian stage continues to be a Thespian stage.
Yep. And now the snap's in place, so then Liliana can tick up on it.
Mm-hmm. Bring it back, snap again. Really going for maximum snapbacks.
So Justin went from potentially 10 mana to
5. Yeah.
So he may actually just buy back his
Monolith.
Yeah. So the Monolith is +1. So now he's at 6. He can actually cast it now he's at 7. So that is now Karn Liberated, maybe entering the fray. I know that is Karn Tron.
It is. The question remains, so Karn Liberated can hit and can choose to exile something, or what's more likely going to happen is he's going to tick down new Karn, grab Mycosynth Lattice, to which the correct and cast it. To which the response is, you trophy the Karn.
Trophy the Karn.
Yeah.
Oh, you can also float mana and trophy the Lattice.
Trophying the Karn is better because Leo probably was just like, I can have everything be every color.
I think everything's colorless. But think about trophying the
Well, you
lattice.
can spend mana for any color.
Yeah, exactly. That's aggressive. Oh, it was a decay. Oh, it doesn't a trophy had a decay in hand.
Oh, that changes things a lot.
So now Leo's only out is to hit that card, but that's not going to do much in the face of a Ballista under the Karn. A bunch of Ugins in hand.
Yeah.
All the Ugins are very good at killing Snapcaster mages.
Yeah, I think Leo is stuck on this one now.
Yep. For sure, every card in Justin's hand kills Snapcaster mage.
Yeah, every single one of them does.
Oh, he used attack for 6.
Yeah, that's definitely the right play.
Donk. Whack him. He's counting. Isn't that Ballista lethal yet?
It's not quite.
Not quite. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, there's the Ugin. Either Ugin makes a 2/2, or Ugin, Ugin makes a 2/2,
Yeah,
and then you block the Snapcaster.
Ugin is weird. Let's take another Ugin. Ugin tucks another Ugin.
Yeah, Leo picking it up there.
Dead.
1 for Justin. Wow. A real strong showing there by Eldrazi Post. Very close, though.
Yeah. Because if that was a second Assassin's Trophy over the Abrupt Decay, I think Leo was in a fine spot.
Yeah.
He was turning on a lot of Planeswalkers, but just if I found a Cabal Therapy, then they would all be in the yard.
I'm still in the Forces. Very good choice.
Yeah, Force and Negation is actually a lot better against this build, as they cut down a lot of the creatures and are playing more Planeswalkers. So actually,
those are just Force of Wills that went in.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to think, like, I know Justin probably has, it looks like about half of his board dedicated to Wishboard, and I think I'm betting is just bringing in all this graveyard hate.
Yeah, for it's usually Justin, you see 4 copies of Leyline of the Void, and then you see like something like Warping Whale usually.
Yep. Warping Whale also very good against Nick Fit lists.
Oh yeah, exiling target veteran explorer is exactly what you want to do.
Exiling a whole lot of options, like most, because it's toughness or power equal to 1.
Yes. Yeah. I kept killing my Deathbite Shamans. It's super annoying.
Yeah. Well, Deathbite Shaman's banned for a reason. Now,
Oh yeah. Every deck I played, Warping Wheel was good against decks. I tried to put Infernal Tutor on the stack, and then there's counter it. And we're like, I got countered out of the monocolorless deck. It looks like he's just bringing Wormcoil Engine. It looks like he's cutting Wormcoil Engine, bringing Leyline of the Void,
and a Warping Whale.
Warping Whale, yeah.
Was that Emrakul? No.
I mean, Emrakul's hot. I like that. I can't suppose he's taking out. I think he's taking out some number of Thran Dynamo and Wormcoil Engine.
Take out the cards that are more vulnerable to Pernicious Deed.
Yeah.
I think in this sort of matchup, you can afford to go a little bit slower if you're the post player. Really sort of just sit back and try to grind harder. So long as Leo doesn't have for example, like a Sylvan Library or equivalent, it's going to be a close race into who's going to grind out who.
Oh yeah. So let's see what else we got in the room.
Oh yeah, apparently
Jake is playing humans. Actually in
humans.
parentheses.
Yeah. We're doing. When we had our judge here scouting out what decks everyone was playing, we were specifically on the lookout for any Jeskai decks since it is 4th of July here in America. I didn't expect we'd see any. We could see if we have any Red White Painter because it is Canada Day. Happy Canada Day, everyone.
Yes. To my actual Canadian Threshold players, so I told you to tune in.
Oh yeah.
Canada Day to you.
Canadian Threshold would be another good deck to have here.
Yes.
None of that, but in true American fashion, as our judge said, a lot of people playing Death and Taxes tonight. So we'll probably see some of that next round, whether we like it or not. Same thing, potentially with Miracles sometime before the night is over.
Yes. See a couple of Blue-Red Delver, 4-color Loam, 2 Miracles, 1 Lands, Mono Prison, 3 D&Ts, Elves, the other
Blue-Red Delver. Ooh, Ant.
And then it's Jundishing Fire.
Jundishing Fire. Oh, that's good. Oh, and someone's on Pox, too.
Oh, yes. Pox.
Yeah. Okay. So we've got a couple spicy options.
Yeah, not very much combo though.
No.
Very low on combo.
I am very surprised.
Thoughtseize.
Starting off with a turn one Thoughtseize is
That's always
probably the best option here.
Probably. Oh, this looks like okay.
Take
Looks
the
like,
monolith.
looks like 4 lands and 7 drops. Yeah, monolith seems like the take here because also 2 Karns.
Mm-hmm.
No Cabal Therapy. That seems like a good card here.
Yeah. And it's only a matter of time until Leo can find a Cabal Therapy and take.
I mean,
those
take a look
both
at
gone.
this. Is a turn 3 Karn because it's a Cloud Post, copy Cloud Post, Glimmer Post. That is 7 mana.
Or oh yeah, that would work better. Yeah, I was trying to think how to work the Ancient Tube into there, but no, that's.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That is the best top deck that Justin could have gotten.
It looks like he's got Baleful Strix. That's fine.
Yeah.
He drew the Force Will for turn. That's rude.
Yeah, but still, it keeps him off Cabal Therapying.
Yes.
Both casting and I mean, you can still flash it back to sack things, but again, the Veteran Explorers also cost 1 or are getting countered.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Leo is on 4 to 6 copies of Black Green Destroy Target Permanent effects.
Mm-hmm.
So he's got answers to it, which is why they can find them before Karn Father comes down.
Exactly, but being able to sit on one of the forces, sit on a force, at least will keep one Karn away for a bit.
Yeah.
So he's got an answer for one Karn. He needs to find an answer for the second, or an answer for the Chalice.
And actually, leading on the Ancient Tomb actually delays Karn a turn.
Oh yeah, that's true too.
Yeah.
A second tomb. All right.
Yep. That's an Ass Blaster right there.
Ooh yeah, looks like it.
Get him. We got 1.
Yeah, apply that pressure with the burb.
I told Leo to play Snow Bases and Snowburb.
Mm-hmm.
He wouldn't do it. I was like, you can Green Suns for it.
That is pretty good.
And also, you have like sack 1 Veteran Explorer, and like I said, it flies, and you can flash it in. And you can also put Dead of Winter in your sideboard, and it's just nuke your opponent's board, but your Snowburb survives.
Exactly. Ooh,
great.
That's real good.
It's good.
I think there is probably a good snow fit list out there. I haven't looked a whole ton into it, but it seems like there's just enough support, and it slots in pretty easily to what the deck is already wanting to run, or the many variants of the deck are already wanting to run.
Yeah, I think the variation I was swapping, just swap out all your basic for Snow Basic, which are functionally the same. You take Baleful Strix for some of the Iceman Coatl.
Yes.
Swap some number of those. Maybe it's not 4 for 4, maybe just like 1 or 2. It's an Ashiok. That's an Ashiok.
That is. Oh wow. Oh. Now let's see.
Oh, I said Leo. I would mill himself, try to find Cabal Therapy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The search is not as important in this matchup, but look four looks to find Cabal Therapy. Oh, okay.
It will turn off Eye of Ugin.
Yes.
Which is important. Wow. Yeah, that's. Yeah, I'm with you though that the right choice would be target self, because the way that it works is you target self.
And then nuke your opponent's yard.
Yeah, exactly.
This is like a Karn. This is eating a force.
Mm-hmm.
Get that Narset. I would pick the Narset. Oh no, keep Brainstorm. Brainstorm. You can't keep Brainstorm. Brainstorm I think Brainstorm's better than Narset.
I'm not 100%
maybe because
sure on
Brainstorm's 1 mana is the reason.
That's true. I mean, the Chalice is gone, but also Narset lets you see more cards. You have less choice about what cards you take. But I think the only shuffle effect right now that Leo's got is the Veteran Explorer.
He's got a fetch in hand.
He does have a fetch?
I think it's between the Narset and the...
Oh, he does. Okay, yeah.
Explorer.
Then, yeah, maybe keeping the...
so, I think you got to Ashiok yourself here, try to hit a Cabal Therapy, because you know a second Karn could be coming down.
Yeah.
Leading on the Narset is also fine.
Yeah, because Narset can also dig just as far for the Cabal Therapy.
Yeah. That's a Brainstorm.
Yep.
And yes.
And before you fetch, then you Ashiok yourself, because it'll still exile your opponent's yard.
Yes.
Based on how it's worded.
Yeah, it's really dumb. It says -1 X target player mills 4, and then exile all opponent's yards.
Ooh.
So the yard will enter and it will be exiled because there's no chance for the ability to resolve.
Yep. Before. Yeah.
Justin does have to shuffle his library now. Because the trigger says shuffle Emrakul into your library, so it's not going to change anything because there's no known order. But he technically does have to shuffle.
Yeah, I wonder. I don't think it's an if you do.
It is not if you do. when Emrakul is put into the graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library.
Yep.
And it is not a replacement effect like Progenitus and Bite-Seal Colossus. It is a trigger, which is great.
That's why you can reanimate it.
Shallow Grave.
Yeah.
I say real random players should play Shallow Grave. Only losers play Reanimate. So
Touching
notice this-
for Brainstorm to. I think he's digging for Force.
I'm pretty sure if Leo was not targeting himself with the Ashlock, I'm just sure he just doesn't quite know how the card works.
Yeah. We'll definitely have to talk to him about it afterwards. That's
Or he just doesn't know about that utility.
yeah, it is. It is a bit of a niche use of the card, but it is one of the reasons why I think it is. Ashiok is probably going to keep seeing some sideboard play in Legacy long term.
Yeah, I think it's a sideboard because it's actually a very good hate card because turning off your deck's ability to search is great.
And that's exactly why Justin wants it gone. Luckily, Leo's able to at least get some damage into Karn, which will stop him from
Exiling another one.
Exactly.
That looks like 4 lands. Oof, nice.
I mean, that is good. Those 4 lands are now not going to be dead draws for the next 4 turns, but would have still been nice to see something.
That's a good one. That's
Tireless
a
Trackers, nice.
Nice. Triggers.
Time for a lot of clues here.
I would say you can tell how cool a player is by their clue game.
Mm-hmm. I have a good friend that uses some tokens that have Blues Clues.
Oh, that's
them.
good. That's good.
Yeah, they're nice little blue popperns.
That's a strong clue game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have people have like actual this is like the actual pack clues, so like that's okay.
No, the full art
The full art, yeah. Oh, those are the nice ones.
Yeah,
those are nice.
Those are the ones I use. So I'm a little bit biased.
I have one of those, and I was like, I only need one. I just put a stack of dice on it.
Exactly.
Gain 5. Nice. I'm pretty sure that's like 25 mana. Oh, that's a Dustbuster.
Ooh.
Dustbuster.
Yeah, that is real rough right there. Luckily, though, being able to fetch get some clues. There's some possibility of recovery here,
I mean,
but it's a long ways out.
No, that is sacrifice. You get your two basics.
Yeah. Yeah, there's definitely a chance for Leo to recover from this, but it's going to be a ways out.
I think he needs to draw. So I think Justin's on 1 card in hand. But Leo does have 3 draws next turn, a bunch of mana. So you think he needs to start off with killing that card. Okay, actually, correction. One of my actual Canadian Threshold players actually did tune in.
Hooray!
I see you, Boston.
Which card?
Oh.
No, the Brainstorm there is in exile.
It was pitched to Force of Will.
Yeah, it was pitched to a Force of Will a while back.
Ashiok is... Oh, okay, so did...
Ashiok is exiled under the Karn.
Well, so Karn ticked up with no targets. Or no, targeting Leo, but Leo had no cards in hand.
Yeah. Finally has the therapy he needs.
Yeah. I don't think it's quite relevant now. I think you just got a blind name. You got a blind name, probably like some sort of Ugin.
Yeah, you want it out of your hand. I mean, you get to choose which card gets exiled, so you exile the land, I guess.
Yeah.
I
don't think it mattered because Justin was holding land. Right?
True.
Now it looks like he just drew Walking Ballista and has 1, 2, and these are 6 each. 26, 28. So he can cast a Ballista X equals 14 really fast.
And that's exactly what we've got.
It was only X equals 13. That's weak. 14. X equals 14.
Yeah, there it is.
Hey, look at that. His life total is 14.
Exactly.
It's convenient.
Very convenient.
That's just good deck building from Justin.
Yeah, it looks like Justin's taking that one. We've got about 20 minutes left. I'm going to go scout around and see if we can get a backup match for the next 20-ish minutes. Yeah?
Yeah.
All
okay.
Right. We'll go back to the booth.
I wasn't talking about your Galaxy brain. Your decks are bad. I was I was wishing a happy Canada Day to my actually Canadian Threshold players.
Happy Canada Day, all.
So yeah. So if there are any decks people want to see, we have a bunch of fair stuff. We don't have a lot of combo. So if anyone wants to see Miracles, D&T, Blue White Stoneblade, Blue Red Delver, there's a mono red prison player. So any requests? I'm sorry. There's no Canadian threshold. People don't want to play good decks and they don't want to play on hard mode. So yeah, they play bad decks. But I'm sorry. There's no Canadian threshold. I'm the only Canadian threshold player who consistently shows up. So yeah, and I am casting because I don't know. I felt like it. I apologize. But yeah, how do I not bribe somebody? Okay. I don't know. People are just scared. People can't handle a 3/3 for 1 mana, and they can't handle having shroud creatures. They want to play their Arcanist and like the really easy decisions. I'm seeing attack and cantrip. That's boring, Delver. They're not good enough to play Stifle. So what can you do? I'm sorry. So yeah. We do have a burn player in the room, so like, yeah. We have a Pox player. So yeah, we had someone who actually wanted to save up a bunch of black cards, including just like a bunch of sack effects and the Leon of the Veils. But no one to save up Stifle. It's unfortunate. Okay, we actually make it a backup match. Patrick just came back for a second and has since ran back over to the judges station, figuring what else is going on. Oh yeah, it turns out our Pox player recently did top 8 the MCQ at GP Seattle. So yeah, it's a really old style build playing.
Oh yeah.
Playing what's that called? Oh, Curse Scroll, Innocent Blood, Crucible Lock kind of Pox build.
Oh yeah.
So what'd you get?
Nothing. Everyone is either thick in the middle of game 3 or already wrapped up. Despite the fact that we've got like 7-ish Miracles players, we've got so many matches that are already like done.
I gotta say, Miracles is great because now a lot of the players have moved to Angels. Angels, that one kills fast.
Angels kills fast. I personally have been playing Miracles Undoing for the past couple
You
weeks.
did it to me on camera 2 weeks ago.
I know, it was great. Other than the fact that there's one of my camera matches, I just kind of played solitaire for a few rounds, which didn't feel good, but ended up winning. So
Exactly. Yes, Angels.
Angels
Angels
are the way
is
to
good.
go.
I gotta say, if you ever try to play a Miracles Mirror without when your opponent has Red Blast and you don't, it feels bad. It feels really bad. You can't really win. But also, even better feeling, if you're playing Angels, you get hymns, you have no cards in hand, and you look at the top card and you're like, aha, I have 6 4/4s.
It's great. It's great. I was trying basically an Esper Miracles version before I had realized how good Narset was, and I was basing the deck around the new Teferi.
Oh, yes.
And being able to be like, oh, you know what sounds good? Instant speed Thoughtseize. You know what sounds better? Instant speed Hymn to Turok on your draw step.
Oh, yeah.
Built the deck around that. Then made room for Narset and Days Undoing, and didn't cut back the black. And it was like, oh, trying to splash black for that was not worth it. I've just gone pure blue-white right now. I don't even do the red splash.
Oh, yeah. I just do the red splash because I needed blast in order to kill my opposing Narset.
Yeah.
And also, just having Red Blast and counter mirrors is like actually the best thing. I was like, oh look, you're paying 4 mana for your blue spell. Like,
yeah, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's gone. But yeah, we should be getting into the next match in a few minutes. We do have. Trying to think if there's any zesty new news in the world of Legacy. They did just announce the fourth quarter Magic Fest formats.
Bologna.
Yes. Magic Fest Bologna will be Legacy. So if anyone is tuning in from Europe, go to sleep. But then go to GP or MF Bologna.
MF Bologna. That's my rap name now. I'm MF Bologna.
Yo, MF Bologna, spitting hot fire.
Exactly. I still call them GPs because I have to say, if I go to like people say GP, like a lot of them assume I mean Grand Prix because like they're familiar with like Formula One and stuff. But if I say MF, they're like, what the hell are you talking about, man?
A what? Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean, technically, they're trying to have their cake and eat it too by saying the whole event is the Magic Fest, but the tournament is the Grand Prix. So you can still, at least for now, claim to be technically correct when you call it GP Bologna.
Yes.
The best kind of correct.
I know. I hear all the references today.
I know. I'm full of references. That's like 50% references, 10% hair, 40% weird magic decks.
Exactly. And I forgot about the suit jacket too.
Oh, I know. Yeah. I kind of sprung it on you late. It's okay.
Oh yeah, I brought leather.
Yeah,
Anyone wants to see me wear leather, I have it here. Because like they told me to bring it on chat, and I was like, whatever. I have nothing else to do.
That said, it is like 80 degrees out, so.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, people want to see old style Pox play next round. If Pox is 1-0, we'll queue it up.
Pox is definitely something that's on my radar. It's always a fun match to see.
Yeah.
So I'm just pulling up. I've got where is it? List of fun news. Ooh. Just got a comment request of, if there's some dead air, I would be interested to hear your philosophy and process in making brews that win as opposed to brews that lose. So, as some of you may or may not be aware, I do a lot of brewing. Um, like I was mentioning, Days Undoing Miracles, was been playing that for a while. Played about a year and a half worth of NickFit variants. Before Arena Rector was even a thing, tried to make NickFit Planeswalkers work. Not so good.
That's great. You go like turn 1 Veteran Explorer, turn 2 Strix, turn 3 Liliana Edicts myself.
That wasn't actually the route I was going. I went for still using Academy Rectors, and you Academy Rector for doubling season.
Oh.
And then you just hard cast 6 mana Planeswalkers.
Get Omniscience. Because I've got free spells.
I mean, yeah, Omniscience is the other option. There was the
because the Overwhelming Splendor wasn't out yet. Yeah.
Well, that was still when Overwhelming Splendor was out, because that's when I started playing NixFit.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the idea just to have the enchantment lock, but then also have a handful of high-end walkers like Ugin, Karn, and Elspeth was, I think, the other option that I had in there.
Sun's Champion Elspeth.
Yes, Sun's Champion.
That one's good. That one's a strong one.
I still think it's really good. Yeah, doubling season into Ugin and ult, doubling season into Bant, Tameo, and ult for.
Ooh, that's an Omniscience.
Unremovable Omniscience.
I'll take that. Plus recall.
Yeah, I also ran Jace Architect of Thought, Wheel of Sun and Moon, and doubling season Infinite combo, where you get to play and ult your Jace. Jace gets tucked back into your deck. You use that ult to play Jace again and play something out of their deck until they have nothing but lands, and you play their entire deck. That was one of the ways to run that deck. The best part was you get to run Wheel of Sun and Moon main deck, which if you're going to win, you enchant yourself. If you're playing against something that has graveyard, you have main deck graveyard hate at 2 mana.
Oh god.
Anyways, I've been playing a lot of weird decks, and I know a lot of people out there are usually a bit more hesitant to brew and take on stock lists, which is fair. Legacy is a large investment, and so it makes sense to invest in something that has, a good chance of winning. And so I understand that. My philosophy is I like to try to have fun with stuff that has a pretty good chance of winning, though might not be the best. My usual approach is I look for some sort of strange interaction on cards, or cards that have yet to be exploited. I keep a list of cards that I think are sort of on the cusp of legacy playability, and see if I can build a deck around them. 90% of the things I try and start gold fishing just at home don't work out. Like a lot of stuff. Like I was saying earlier with my attempt to make Esper Miracles, I got to the point where I actually brought a deck in here and played 1 week, and every match went terribly. And that was when I was like, okay, I need to there's certain parts of the deck that work and certain parts that don't. I just need to cut all the black. Go straight into the blue-white.
Bring Anamadu back.
I have wanted that to work so much.
Okay.
I have given extreme thought to Aminato.
Yeah.
One like draw one, put one back is still really good in Miracles.
Mm-hmm.
What I think the big thing that I think that deck is missing is more options of instant speed draw effects, so you can draw to Miracle on your opponent's turn. That I think is the number one thing it's missing. And so finding something that fits in that slot that is still decent on its own, but helps Aminato be able to just like consistently Miracle your top card, I think would be really good.
Yeah, when that card first got spoiled, I was playing Sneak and Show, and like I had it. Basically, I played my Sneak. I slammed it on turn 3 against Miracles, and then I didn't realize Miracle player was on black. So like Thought Seized me, took my creature. We were both kind of sitting there for a little bit, got an Anamayu down, and eventually ultimated it and stole my Sneak attack. I mean, it wasn't it's like what are you gonna do? I'm just like sneaking like Snapcaster mages. Like you didn't have red mana, but then like you just stole my Sneak attack. Now I can't kill you with it. It was annoying. It was so annoying. The deck was also I was playing accumulated knowledge just because it said it was instant speed and had draw a card on it.
Yeah.
Because predict that one doesn't work because you have to mill the top card you name, or if you target your opponent, you have to know what their top card. Basically, you can draw one and do it and mill their top card.
But 2 mana to draw one is not that great.
No.
You can do better than that, I think.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I think how I usually try to build decks is I look for something interesting, something weird, like Days Undoing and Narset. Days Undoing has been a pet card of mine for a long time, back since I was playing Bird Brain. Which was,
oh no, that deck was that deck was great. It's such okay. It wasn't even like banned. It was like they soft banned it by changing the rules.
I'm still a little bit upset. Hashtag Justice for Bird Brain.
Justice for Bird Brain. Yeah.
Justice for Bird Brain. I'm still so sad.
I'm
about
just
that.
salty that my counterbalance and wear tear is no longer like oppressive. I love that. That was so fun.
That month was just a 1-2 punch for Miracles because that was also right before they banned Top. Because they announced the rule change like 2 weeks in advance, and I remember playing. I brought multiple copies of the Bird Brain deck for people to play that week because I was like, yeah, no one's going to be able to play this again in any competitive event. Sure, let's play it. And got one on stream against Miracles the day before they banned Top. And so it was like, all right, well, there's the last huzzah for both of those decks unknowingly.
I mean, I was sad too because there's also the Carry Zed's Expertise deck.
Yep.
With breaking and entering.
Yeah. So many good things clobbered by what is ultimately a sensible rule change, but it sucks when you're on the receiving end of it.
I just like doing dumb things. Like in Legacy, I usually play I tune a lot of lists. They're basically tiered, but then if it's combo decks, I play a lot of very bad combo decks. I play Spanish Inquisition sometimes. I played Wheelstorm with the Echo of Eons too.
Oh yeah, how is that?
It's hot.
I'm curious about
that. It's good. Okay. So in matchups where turn 1 mentor is good, it's great. Because I played 4 matches. I got 4 turn 1 mentors.
Okay.
And I would have had a 5th one, except an Elves player blind named Dark Ritual. It was absolutely the worst name they could have had. But they still did it, and it turned off my turn. I was just going to go turn 1 Dark Ritual Mentor. So Dark Ritual, Lotus Petal Mentor, Thoughtseize you Cabal Therapy you, and then Flashback Cabal Therapy. And it's I was like, come on, man. Because I had 2 Dark Rituals too. So
if it makes you feel better, one time I got to blind Cabal Therapy an Elves player and named Wirewood Symbiote and hit 3 of them.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Okay. No, the greatest feeling is I had a Reanimator player. My Reanimator player was mulligan to 6, cool, his hand's fine. Turn 1, Faithless Looting, discard Gristlebrand. I was like, cool, land, LED, discard my hand, Time Twister. Put it back. I was like, okay. My hand was okay. It was lands and cantrips. Okay, Thoughtseize you. And I saw a hand of just 4 lands, a Gristlebrand and an Entomb and something else. I was like, got it. I took the Entomb. And the opponent just then I played my crypt. So I found Tormod's crypt too. Play crypt pass. He's like, oh, drew another Entomb. It's oh yeah, end of your turn Entomb. And I was like, yeah, whatever. He's like, I'm gonna cast Exhume. I'll respond to your Exhume. I'll crypt you. I will still respond to your Exhume. I'm gonna Entomb, put Mentor in my yard. I'll reanimate your Mentor with my Mentor with your Exhume. And I was like, cast Brainstorm or something. I was like, yeah. And then I end up 10 attack, attacked him for 8, had an army of tokens. I'm like,
Wow.
You're up, buddy.
Wow.
It was good. And also, you're playing Narset too, so you can.
Mhm.
Yeah, so you can. There was a draw that I just died. I died on turn one, but my draw was it was like land. It was like land mox LED then something. So I was like, so I could have gone basically turn one Narset plus
Mhm.
LED. So that if I minus Narset into a wheel, then I was just gonna turn one do it. It was so good. The deck is hilariously. It's very good at wheeling. It's very bad at finding a kill.
Yeah.
Because you have to naturally hit your tendrils.
Ooh.
You pick two
Ooh.
of them.
Yeah.
But you can find it. You get Narsets, and you can keep casting Narsets because you can
Mhm.
float mana in response to wheels, then draw your LEDs again.
Mhm. Yep.
And also, you can do consistencies, play your LEDs. I will sack my LEDs, and then activate Narset, see what you're trying to find.
Yeah. That makes sense.
And yeah, you can also do like stupid things where you brainstorm it back and find it off Narset,
Mhm.
and just use LED as a Black Lotus. It's great. It's great. It's a good deck. I always put it in a Mox Diamond
Really?
because if you when you wheel, you'll consistently have dead lands you can't play.
That's true. That's true.
So if you draw Mox Diamond naturally, it's bad.
Mhm.
But if you hit off wheel, it's great.
Other option might be some sort of decent retrace spell.
Oh,
Is
yeah.
there anything that deck would want to retrace?
Raven's Crime?
Yeah, I mean Raven's Crime, or there's not a. Is there a retrace card that draws?
I think it costs like 2 mana, though.
But still, that basically makes all your lands have cycling,
Exactly.
which isn't that bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Other bad things I've played in that deck.
Yeah.
Because, okay.
Una's Grace is 3 mana. That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. 3
Yeah.
mana is a bit much.
So it's kind of weird because if you're trying to play in like a normal storm deck, it doesn't actually work with all of the other engines. Ad nauseum, well, the spell costs 6, so good luck. Pass in Flames, it shuffles your yard back, so also good luck. Infernal Tutor, you have 7 cards in hand. A lot of them may or may not be lands, and so you have to actually hit LED. We talk about Ant. Ant only can kill about 75% of the time, 75 to 80% of the time ad nauseuming from 16. And they usually, the Chronomatic average CMC is about 1.5, so you'll draw about 11 cards from 16. 11, anywhere between 11 and 15. And that only is 80% effective. So if you're trying to draw 7 random cards, opposed to 11 cards you can stop whenever you want, I don't like your odds.
Yeah. Oh, Una's Grace to beat Bridge.
Can you target your opponent? If it's target player, that's nice.
Sure. Yeah, target player draws a card. Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, just stockpile a bunch of. Yeah, wow, that's okay. That'd be some tech against Bridge.
That's
I'm
pretty
sure
good.
there's better options, especially if you're running Echo of Eons. There's
Oh,
better
yeah.
options because you also can just cast one of those and refill everyone's hand to 7.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, bridge. You're mainly you just get tendrils and you just
Mhm.
like try to tendrils them, then wheel into another tendrils. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you came in at just the
There's
right time.
always jank on the screen.
Always.
Okay, if you want to see better, okay, the best hate card I've played. I played a really stupid hate card as like, against Death Taxes. It's called Equipose. You know what that card does?
Equipose?
Equipose.
Is that right?
So it's EQUIPOSE. And okay, the gist of it, yeah.
Equipoise.
Yeah, equipoise.
Yeah.
Okay. So the gist of it is during your upkeep, you choose a player. For each permanent type of creature, land, or artifact. Creature, land, or enchantment. Okay, it's creature, land, or artifact that they control more than you. You get to choose one of that type and phase it out. So if you control no creatures, during your turn, you phase out your opponent's board. If you
Oh
control
man.
no artifacts, you basically phase out your opponent's board. So against Death and Taxes, let's say they have like a Thalia, Aethers, Incandescent Vial. You're just like, okay, I'll move to my upkeep trigger. I will X out all of those. Against Miracles, you get to choose the target. So if you have 3 lands and they have 4 untapped ones and they have like 6 lands, you get to actually phase out all their lands. It's not good against Miracles unless they're playing Counterbalance because they can't actually phase out Counterbalance because that one is an enchantment.
Yeah.
But it nukes Death. It's a one-sided Wrath against Death and Taxes.
This is my favorite spicy sideboard card, Fairy's Realm. Every upkeep, each player's upkeep, they get to choose artifact creatures, lands, or non-aura enchantments, is how that's worded now. And all non-token permanents of that type phase out. It is one-sided enchantment hate. it's how a lot of things I'll play when I play this. It's how if I'm worried about Eidolon. You basically get to phase out their Eidolon because if you choose enchantments on your upkeep, your Teferi's Realm will be phased out so they don't get to make a choice. So any sort of one-sided enchantment locks that your opponent, or any sort of like, it takes your opponent's symmetrical enchantment effects and makes them one-sided against your opponent.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
That's good.
Phasing in general is just real great.
It's so good.
The real text of Teferi's Realm, by the way, in all of my practice playing it is, play this card, call a judge. No one knows how phasing works.
Oh yeah, it's also the text of Sylvan Library half the time.
Oh yeah, Sylvan Library is similarly complicated.
I'm gonna get a bunch of stuff like people. If you like, because in Comp REL, you ask if you have a Narset in play and you have to you ask your opponent, are you going to trigger your Sylvan? If they say yes, they're not gonna have fun.
Yeah, there's been a couple times where I have to remind myself that that's how Narset works with that.
But also because you get to ask your opponent like, oh, you can put because it's an optional trigger, so you can point out the trigger and your opponent says yes or no. If they say yes, they either put the card back they drew for turn or take 4.
Yeah. Oof.
So Sylvan Library always triggers and it's a yes or a no. So yeah. So if you say, oh, are you going to say yes or no, and they say yes, they have to abide by that in Comp REL. So they will have to put the card back or take 4.
Yeah, it's optional whether they use it, but if they say they're going to use it, then they'll attempt to draw extra cards, and then Narset will tell them no.
Yes, it's great.
Similar with Leovold.
Yeah, Sylvan Library also. Sylvan Library, Narset plus Dredge. Okay.
It's like the old Abundance combo.
Yeah. It's bad.
I really like it with Underrealm Lich.
Oh god, that one again?
So Underrealm Lich, let me pull this one up. Underrealm Lich. So I was playing a version of Nick Fit that has Sylvan Library, Underrealm Lich, and Muldrotha. So what you do every turn is you replace your draws with looking at your top 3, put 1 into hand, the other 2 into the yard. You get to do that 3 times because it replaces your draws, so you're never drawing, you're putting them into your hand. Then all that stuff that's in your yard, you get to recur with Muldrotha. So you essentially get to draw 9 every turn.
Hot.
So long as no more than 3 of those cards are non-permanents. All right, so did we want to see, let's see, looking to see if our Pox player did not get there.
Okay, yeah. I mean, okay, table 1, it's a post mirror.
Ooh,
You got Burns. Okay, table 2's Burn versus Loam.
Yeah.
I think. Donnie.
Ant? Yeah, do we want to see
Ant versus DNT?
Eh.
And we have Hornet. I think it's Miracles versus DNT. Miracles versus DNT on table 5. And we have Elves versus Humans on table 6.
Elves Humans.
Elves Humans 6, please.
Table 6, please. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know if anyone's got Moat in their Miracles lists, but we've got about 4 people running Miracles tonight.
Yes.
Okay, so table 6.
We will get Will on it. I think Will is getting the round set up, and he will catch up on chat when he gets back.
Yes, exactly.
So table 6 is Nick Ragazzo, pretty prolific Elves player against Jake McCune. No, Sam, we don't have any Moat Miracles in the house, okay?
We've got Miracles, but I'm not sure if there's Moats in them.
There are not Moats because these Miracles players are sensible.
Alright, got that. Oh, that's what I need to change.
So yeah, Humans in Legacy is like Humans in Modern, except you add 4 Mother Runes and 4 Wastelands and some Crocuses. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, you've got all the stuff you want with it.
And if you really want to, you can add Recruiters. Usually you add Recruiter of the Guard over Imperial Recruiter.
Yeah, because you're already...
Actually, no, you usually add Imperial Recruiter, because Imperial Recruiter can find Reflector Mage.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Oh, yes. Well, you get Cabal. Cabal's modern legal, and they do actually play it. The top 8 list from GP DFW was playing 1 Cabal in the sideboard.
Yes. Well, let's set it on.
But yeah, you play Imperial Recruiter because Imperial Recruiter can find Cabal.
Nice. Yeah. So let's head on down to the match and see what we've got going on.
I think that is backwards.
Did I guess right?
No,
I didn't guess right.
That is Nick's Spirit. Also, Nick with the Guru Forest. Yes, Cabal agreed is a lot better. And also, you can protect with your Caracas, which is great.
Oh, that's right. It doesn't actually switch the decks here. So that's
Humans. Exactly. Humans.
humans.
And then we got little green dudes. A little green men. Exactly.
There we go. Humans versus little green men. Oh wait, one sec. I'm bad at typing.
So I gotta
There we
say,
go.
cards you think are going to be good in this matchup?
That's a great question. I think that's.
I say post
What do we have in the
sideboard.
timer? Can you see the timer from here?
The timer is 47:36.
Okay.
So let's put 47.
Yeah, that's about right. Bam. Close enough. Oh man.
I know.
What in the?
I know post sideboard they're going to have at least one copy or two copies of Orzhov Pontiff.
Yep. Pontiff is going to be really good for humans. I'm trying to think like what elves would bring in.
I think main deck. I'm pretty sure Jake is really looking for Mantis Riders and Meddling Mages. This Mantis Rider is the best attacker as it can get through all these little ground duders.
Now that is a great opening hand for elves. Gaia's Cradle, 2 Quarian Rangers, a symbiote, and a Heritage Druid. That's kind of the dream right
That's
there.
very nice. That and also a Zenith too, so we can definitely find some action. I'm pretty sure Nick is on the value build, so he's not playing Crater Hoofs and Natural Orders. So we're gonna probably see a land on turn 3. Or turn 2 is just gonna go creature, cradle, creature, full mana 3, then symbiote, then just X equals 2 get whatchamacallit. What's that card? Elvish Visionary. Start drawing some cards.
Either Elvish Visionary or the new 4 mana elf, Beast Whisperer, to basically have a permanent draw trigger every time you cast a creature.
Yes. So the value build is they cut Natural Orders over for Beast Whisperers, 2 Sylvan Messenger, and they have an infinite combo with Mirror Entity.
That's right. Mirror Entity is how they do it. So going with the Green Sun Zenith for 1, the only thing that really impacts the Thalia, is impacted by Thalia right now.
So yeah, this was 4 mana, X equals 2.
You're right, that is a Visionary, I believe.
Yeah, so he had 2 from the Cradle.
2 from the Cradle.
2 from the Cradle and 3. And then, ooh, that's very nice. Untap, 3 mana, Symbiote, bounce. So you can bounce a Visionary, untap the Heritage Druid, play the Visionary again, have 3 more mana.
Okay, he's rewinding a bit here.
I mean, I'm pretty sure. Okay. He didn't have any mana floating because he.
That's right. Yeah, because you forgot about the Thalia attacks.
He had 4 mana, so he can't.
Yeah, he miscounted Thalia.
Yeah, yeah. So he had 4 mana for the Green Sun Zenith to get X equals 2. He didn't have any mana floating. It's Canopy from Jake.
Mm-hmm. The original Horizon Canopy, not any of the other Horizon lands.
It's the only playable one.
What?
Just kidding. Oh, that's the iconic Masters ones are unplayable, but that one's very playable.
Yeah.
The red ones are also very playable.
I think the Modern Horizon ones will probably see some sort of play. I'm not sure.
Oh,
Yawgmoth! Oh man, that is so good.
That's a good one.
That basically means that's like all of Nick's board is gone right now. Minus whatever he bounces with Symbiote.
Yeah, I think the Symbiote's not in play.
Oh yeah, he's got both in hand.
So I'm pretty sure Yawgmoth reads. So sack a creature, pay a life, put a -1/-1 counter on something.
Yeah.
Yawgmoth Thran Physician. So I think you gotta sack the Hierarch right here and just nuke the Visionary because yes. Take one, take one, take one, take one. Gotta take one. Gotta take one, sir. It is pay 1 life.
Yeah. Let me see if I can spell it.
Okay, Jake is at 17. Where's the judge? Behind the judge. He does have to pay 1 life. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bad at spelling.
There you go. You go. He took his 2.
Oh, we don't have Modern Horizons in the card image finder yet.
Unfortunate.
That's a bummer. So yeah, the human with protection from humans.
That's great. No, he just sack 2 creatures, kill your 2 creatures, draw 2 cards.
Yeah.
That's what we call value.
Yep. Killed the mana engine and the draw engine. That is the right picks. Luckily, though, Jake is out of things to sack to
I
Yawgmoth.
mean, he just drew a bunch of cards. I mean, he's
Yeah.
reloaded.
He'll have to cast him, but yeah, he's currently unable to do so.
Wasteland. That's a good one.
Wow.
This is hot. I like this.
Yeah, Jake is absolutely in the driver's seat right now.
Okay. Yagmoth. I don't think he's actually able to activate Yagmoth's second ability.
I don't think he cares to
No,
activate
he does
it.
not care. But if he did, he could proliferate all Sully's Lieutenant's tokens. Counters.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I do not think there are actual black sources in the deck.
Yep. 2 mana sack and draw to kill a symbiote. That sounds good.
This is beautiful.
Yeah.
This may find Arbor here. As Arbor is safe because it can repeatedly bounce by the Quarian Ranger.
Yep.
While also generating mana with Quarian Ranger.
Yeah, we'll see, though. Ooh.
Well, I think Nick is on Bayou Symbiote. His hand's not good.
He's in a bit of a pickle here.
And he can't really attack into a 2/4 either.
Yeah. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if Nick's going to be able to pull this one out. He's Jake is far from locking this up, but has a commanding, like, just Yawgmoth alone is enough to just wreck anything Elves plays.
I'm pretty sure he's holding a bunch of lands.
He's holding at least 2 lands.
Yeah, I think there's at least a Caracas and another Rainbow land.
I think that's another Wasteland somewhere, but yeah, Caracas for sure.
Wasteland can't really kill anything right here.
I mean, you can blow up the Bayou, but that's not quite worth it.
It just gets bounced.
Oh, that's true.
Champion's good. Well, it's 1 mana, draw a card, kill a creature.
Yeah.
Now it's a okay. Yep, make it a 2/2. I had to sack the Folly here. He's got a bunch of mana. Why not just start shooting stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. The more that I think about it, the more I'm convinced about your theory that Jake doesn't have a way to make double black for Yawgmoth's second ability. And I'm not sure there's many decks where he would want that.
I think the only way he would is if he's playing Silent Clearing over Horizon Canopy. Or let's say that he's playing 1 Horizon Canopy and 4 Silent Clearings or something like that. See what humans, it makes it so good is that you can play all these 5 color lands and then sack your lands late in the game.
Yeah.
This is super spicy.
Yep. Taking the draw.
Vile.
Very good option for him.
Jake is now pivoted to the I'm trying to win now.
Mm-hmm.
Name human. Play Vile. Yeah, run that out. Oh, that's like another canopy. Oh, here's Lieutenant. We got a reader.
Yeah.
He doesn't pay a bunch of. He doesn't. It looks like he doesn't play Modern.
I also don't.
At LUI.
Thalia.
Oh, Vile does cost 2. Oh, rip. Yes. Did he pick up the Vile?
Yeah, he did pick up the Vile. Is that right? I don't think I spelled Thalia's Lieutenant right.
Thalia's, it's Liu. Yes. No, Thalia. No, Thalia's right, it's Lieutenant.
Oh.
So Thalia is like that. And
Liu. Liu?
I'll pull it up.
We're doing it this way again.
Lieu. Yeah.
Thalia's loot. Let's see if our reader has this.
It's a good one.
There we go. Yeah.
Ah.
Get a +1/+1 counter on your other humans. And when other humans enter, it buffs the Lieutenant. Yeah.
That's great. It's good. I mean, it works well with Proliferate. And now Yawgmoth is a 3/5.
3/5 is just a really awkward body, too, for Elves to deal with no matter what. Like, 2/4, and maybe you double Nettle Sentinel block it if he gets on the attack, but really not a whole lot of options. Llanowar Elves and a Symbiote still sitting in hand for Nick.
Get in. Attack's fine.
Yeah. Yeah, I got to get that pseudo vigilance attacker there.
Oh yes, bounce replay.
Yep. You got 2 mana, did 2 damage, and played a Llanowar Elf essentially for free.
Oh yeah.
So that's the Elves' dream.
Oh yeah.
Free Llanowar Elves. With the purchase of a equal or greater priced Llanowar Elf.
I'm pretty sure it's like I'm gonna make you shotgun down my board.
Yeah.
That's another canopy. Oh, yep. Don't take damage for that one.
Yeah. I always get that backwards too.
I think
Ooh, that's a Mom.
He's got Ziggurat Vile Mom.
Zero Vile Wasteland Mom, I think.
Yeah, Ziggurat Vile Wasteland Mom. Yep, trigger. Trigger. That's just a 5/5.
Yeah, no worries. Just a 5/5.
Yeah, keep the mom around. Eventually, he's now unblockable 5/5.
So what's your opinion on Rune Giver or New Mom or Step Mom, I guess?
Oh, stepmom. I think it's not really that playable in Legacy, as
Mhm.
mom's power is that she can protect herself.
Yeah.
So in modern, I think it's fine because since
You don't have something like that.
but also because the removal is a lot less efficient a lot of the time, and if people are playing more of it, it's really fine just making the lieutenant eat your removal spell because it's a lot harder for your opponents to interact with something like Force of Will when you're trying to combo kill them. So if you need a bolt to like disrupt a combo, and that they're on limited amounts, I think it's fine. But also being an X2, I think it's fine in modern. Shut up, Boston. No one cares about your bad Blue Moon decks.
Archmage's Charm? Oh man,
Exactly.
is that
It's blue. Either draw 2 cards,
Yes.
counter a target spell, or gain control of target permanent converted mana cost 1 or less.
Yep.
It can steal a Merit Lage. Do that.
Yeah. Metal Sentinel chump blocking. I think that's the right choice.
Yeah.
Nick is running out of time and life to be able to do anything.
Holding double symbiotes. Yep. Concede.
And with double Mom up, that's easy to get the 4 damage in.
Oh yeah, I think you get a 6/6 champion just chilling. That was gorgeous.
That was a fantastic match. Jake was just drawing everything he needed there. Yawgmoth in the main deck against Elves.
It's beautiful. So, okay, I'm pretty sure. Let's see the sideboard. I would assume there's a Pontiff. Looks like Recruiter, White Recruiter, Palace Jailer, Comball. I don't think Comball's good. And Offensa.
Comball might be
There's
okay.
the Pontiff. There we go. The Deputy of Detention's great.
Oh yeah, Deputy's really good.
Okay,
In come the Assassin's Trophies and Abrupt Decays.
Looks like a pair of Ass Blasters and 3 of a kind on the Abrupt Decays coming in and Nick. I think because he wants the Assassin's Trophy of Yawgmoth. Okay, I just
Definitely.
I want to see a Karakas protect a Yawgmoth.
Oh yeah, it's gonna happen.
I want to see that.
I am fully expecting that to happen. What do we got coming in? Yeah, I think so. I'm not sure Jake knows Nick is on the value train elves yet.
I haven't seen it. I gotta look through his list. I think I saw Natural. Actually, no, he's not on the value train. I saw Natural Order and a Glimpse and a Craterhoof in his deck.
Does Cumball? Is it?
It's
non-creature spell. Okay, yeah. So Cumball's bad.
But also, yeah. So Nick is on the combo build. I saw when he was looking through his deck, he was on a Glimpse of Nature's, Natural Orders, Craterhoofs.
Okay.
So that's certainly it's better for him as he can kill a lot faster than the humans deck can.
Yep.
So Jake may be looking for a Thalia to slow that down or a Meddling Mage to turn that off completely.
Yeah, Meddling Mage would be the best one.
He's cutting a Dwynnin, a Nettle Sentinel, a Scavenging Ooze, a Heritage, and a Valor of Archon's Reach.
Yeah, Valor. Oof.
That's like Deputy, Pontiff, Dismember.
Yep.
Those are hot.
100% agree with all those choices. Do not 100% agree with putting them face up before you put them into your deck.
Jake, what are you doing?
Jake is like, there's definitely not a Dismember in this deck.
I mean, Dismember's fine.
Yeah, exactly. That's
great. No, the thing with humans is in your deck building, all of your cyber cards have to be either creatures, colorless, or free.
Yeah. It's rough. I played for a while in Modern. I toyed around, before Collected Company was a thing, I toyed around with a Slivers list that had a similar looking land base to the humans list.
Sliver Hive at least.
Exactly, yeah, because you had Sliver Hive before...
Unsettled territory. Unclaimed territory.
Yeah, before Unclaimed Territory, so that filled that land spot. But you also ran Ancient Ziggurats.
Yeah.
It turns out the deck was okay.
Well, there's like slivers. You can actually play Ziggurat and collect him in the same deck because you're playing Gem Heights and Mana Webs.
Yeah, the problem is I was running the sliver cycling sliver
Oh,
to act as
jeez.
a toolbox
Oh God.
to get a handful of one-ofs, and it's a little awkward when most of your lands you cannot activate abilities with them because you can't. It has to be spent on creatures, so you can't sliver cycle with your ancient ziggurats.
Oh my God. No.
There are no meat hooks in the room tonight. There is about once a month I see someone who's on slivers here though.
Yes.
There's a few people. I Meat Hooks is one of those decks where I'm like, I think I could build and play this someday, but it's lower down on the list.
Oh yeah.
Next big thing for me is going to be Vile Smasher Control.
Oh, okay. You better be playing miracles like Temporal Mastery.
Yeah, Temporal Mastery.
Devastation Tide. Play that one.
Not Devastation Tide.
That one's so good. Play
Thunderous Wrath though, because you can flip it for 11 damage.
I've seen blue-red Delver decks just hard just play Thunderous Wrath. Like whatever, playing Thunderous Wrath. It's 1 mana, deal 5.
Yeah, it's good.
It's actually scary. This is an interesting start from Nick. A lot of like L's best starts, you need a Middle Sentinel on turn 1.
So Nick is looking pretty decent.
So I get to look at his hand, but a lot of the combo turns, you need usually Nettle Sentinel, Birch Lord, and Cradle are the cards you're looking for. I see a Heritage Druid.
Yep, and there's
a
Birch Lore.
Wow. And it looks like Natural Order, and then looks like a Glimpse too. I mean that. Okay, that's. I mean actually no, that wasn't a Glimpse. That was a Windswept Teeth. I'm just blind.
Meh.
Trigger. Hiya. Hiya. That is a Natural Order.
Yep.
So and that is also an Ass Blaster.
Yes, it is.
So Assassin Trophy is online. I know. Blue Red Delver as a whole sucks. I mean, I think Cloud Thresher Sliver is a pretty good one.
That's the haste flying one.
Flying and haste for 2.
Yeah, that one's really good. I mean, there's already Gale Rider Sliver, which is haste for 1.
No, Gale Rider's flying for 1.
Oh, flying for 1. Yeah, sorry.
The last haste sliver was Blur Sliver, and now it's
Which is
haste
like
for 3.
Oh, for 3? Yeah.
It was 2 in a red.
Yeah, that's right. There's another one. What's the 4 in a red sliver from Scourge?
I think that's Tempest. Tempest? Scourge.
Yeah, one of them. There's another big dumb red one.
That one gives haste.
Yeah. I don't know.
Also, Unearthed Sliver is actually fairly good.
The Unearthed one, I think, is really the tipping point for the most part.
Because you can top deck it late and just kill your opponent.
I don't think. I mean, the Flying Haste one is also pretty good. There's been enough slivers in Legacy that you basically get to run 3 copies of Muscle Sliver.
Yes.
So you got 12 Muscle Slivers in the deck.
Oh, Heart Sliver. So also, I think the reason you want to play it in Legacy over Modern is to get Crystalline Sliver.
That too, yeah.
Which is insane.
Diffusion Sliver is a decent replacement in Modern, which is the counter unless they pay 2.
Yeah, but they can. So
Fine.
I think does Diffusion Sliver hit abilities or only spells?
I think it spells and abilities. They have to pay 2 more.
Nice.
Oof.
Dismember.
Yeah, Dismember on the Birch Lore Rangers.
I think that's actually
that definitely is.
I think that's a little aggressive. Now there's a Heritage Druid just sitting under it.
At the same time, though, you need 3 elves to activate the Heritage Druid, and you saw the hand that just has Natural Order.
Yeah.
So this is the way to shut off the most mana potential there is.
Also, Birch Lore plus base plus Nettle Sentinel is you basically tap an elf, cast an elf.
Yeah. Oh, going for that fancy schmancy new draw.
That looks like a
Elvish Mystic. Yeah.
Yeah, just run it out. Run it out. Because actually, that could set up 3 lands. You can set up for almost near lethal. Actually, Jake Dismembers. It's gonna be a very lethal Natural Order next turn.
Looking at something very, very dangerous.
So I think he just plays Mystic on top. So he's gonna play Natural Order. It's like land, Dried Arbor, and then Nettle Sentinel something. And then it's gonna have 4 creatures, and it's gonna 4 creatures is plus 16 power. He's gonna have a 9/9 Crater Hoof and a 6/6 Nettle Sentinel.
Yeah, he can hoof for it.
Yep. He can just hoof it. I would say let's see draws the hoof. That'd be that's happened quite.
It can happen.
It's happened.
I mean, if it does, I think he's got some other options that won't lock the game up right away, but will at least swing it much more in his direction.
Well, this is a good one. So I think he targets a Heritage Druid.
Okay. Reflector Mage.
I target the Heritage Druid here.
Almost
or
definitely.
the Mystic.
I mean, targeting any of the
Yes.
elves locks them out of being able to make
So I would
mana.
actually take the Mystic, because the Mystic is taps 1 for 1, which has more untapped creatures than natural order.
Mhm.
While Hitter Druid makes Jake tap 3.
He's able, so if he doesn't take the Mystic, Nick can natural order by just tapping everything out. So yeah, taking the Mystic is the right choice.
But also, just having a 5/5 on the sport's fine. But also, it looks like in chat,
Second natural order.
it's not the worst.
Yeah.
But it actually, according to chat, it looks like Jake actually has a Phantasmal Image in hand that can copy his booter, his booter boy.
Mmm.
And that means I can take 1 natural order, but now Jake has a second one to inflate him a little bit.
Which is really good. Yeah, that is a Phantasmal Image. And there's Wasteland, which is not going to do a whole lot except
Hit
look
the Arbor.
threatening.
No, hit the Arbor.
Oh, yeah. I always forget about that.
Which is going to be fairly big when Jake sees that Nick is holding order.
Oh, he's going for
copying
the Reflector Mage instead. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now that
Bouncy
is
Druid.
that I believe is what we call a pro tempo play.
It's pretty good.
It's a lot of tempo.
Poking for 1.
For 2 actually because of
Exalted.
Yeah.
Poking for 2. I see. Yeah, I played this Humans deck in Modern, and it's quite spicy. And it has openings just like these, and a lot of decks just lose to it.
Yeah, it's resilient.
It's triple disruption. Also, it's great against Hogak.
Oh man, Hogak.
I mean, because you can get hard turns with Hogak. We just go turn 1 champion, turn 2 like champion 1-drop, and like none of the creatures can block, so they just die. It takes 16.
Yep.
And then my opponent assumes I have Graph Digger's Cages.
Yep.
So they side into 4 copies of Ingot Chewer, and then I side into 4 Leylines and 2 Ravage Traps, and open Leyline into Meddling Mage name
Hogak.
I don't name Hogak because I have the Leyline in place. So like,
got it.
Meddling Mage name Nature's Claim. Meddling Mage name Fatal Push. Meddling Mage. Then you just like name like Assassin's Trophy. It's like, and it's like I don't think you have any other spells.
You need to name the Green Force now too, because that can
Force
blow
of
up
Vigor.
stuff. Force of Vigor.
Well, you don't play enough green spells. The only green spells in the deck are Vengevines.
Oh, true. But it can blow up a Leyline and then some.
Yes.
So now comes down the image copying the freebooter.
Yeah.
That one will take one of the natural orders.
Natural orders look funky.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on with those, but does it look like Hogak? Oh, Hogak is also green. Is correct. Yeah. And then no, it's great because like game 1, if you see them mill over Overgrown Tomb, you name Nature's Claim. If you see them mill over Godlish, and you name Wismere.
Oh man.
They never expect the ley line, but now they're probably going to because the top 8 humans list from GPDFW was on 4 copies of Leyline of the Void.
Yeah. Interesting question though. Nick could have blocked there and bound. Oh no, he needed it to be. Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
There's the natural order.
Trigger.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Now he has a Symbiote too, which means he can untap a very large Dryad Arbor. Or Elvish
for
Mystic.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So this is 20. This is basically plus 25 power onto board.
Yeah.
And so I'm pretty sure that's the attack. So it's basically plus 25, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34.
But it's a question of what all can he untap.
I'm pretty sure he can bounce the Mystic with the Oh, he used the Symbiote already. So yeah.
Whew. Well, yeah, that does get there for Nick, and we are going into game 3.
It's very nice.
Yeah, wow.
Humans
there it is.
Yes, there it is. Humans is great. I love Humans.
I'm excited that it seems to have some legs in Legacy.
Oh, yeah. I think
some legs. Let's see.
That's very good. Also, sometimes Meddling Mage is a 1-card kill.
Oh yeah, it's great.
I mean,
whenever I'm brewing a deck, this is something I was touching on earlier, but didn't quite get to. I have basically a list. I have a stack of cards that are like, these are good Legacy support cards. So that's where like your 4 of Brainstorm, your 4 of Ponder. In there is 4 of Meddling Mage. When I can't figure out what my sideboard's supposed to be, and I'm playing blue and white, I jam in 4 Meddling Mage because they're pretty good. They're broad, and they're a decent sideboard card. But I'm pretty sure Humans main boards it.
Yeah, of course, because it gets like an ant build. If you just go Meddling Mage, you name Tendrils of Agony, they cannot kill you. You have effectively won the game.
Yeah. You name Tendrils, and then in game 2, you need to name Grape Shot.
Yes.
And then name Tendrils.
Oh, yes. You name Abrupt Decay. You name whatever their removal spell is, or you name Cantrips. It's less good because they can diversify their removal spells because there's any number of Chain of Vapors, Echoing Truth, Abrupt Decay. So you usually name Abrupt Decay as that one's permanent.
Yeah.
Because well, or you actually have to name a or you name the kill.
Yeah, you name. Yeah. Meddling Mage 1 names Tendrils. Meddling Mage 2 in game 1
Names
names Burning Wish.
Burning Wish. Oh yeah.
That's where I
Oh
get it,
yeah.
because that's when they can wish for Grape Shot
Yeah, grape shot.
and either kill you or Grape Shot just enough
Oh
to
yeah.
kill the
Or
mage.
they can Burning Wish for Massacre.
Yeah, that's the other one.
Oh yeah. Because the good thing was humans like they're massacre proof. They play zero. It looks like zero planes.
Uh huh.
Maybe one basic planes.
Especially for so many like white spells. Like
Oh
a
yeah.
majority of the human's deck is white with just splashes of literally everything else.
That's great. That's great. Because if the one red card mandatory, you got one black card and Kite Sail Freebooter, and you have one blue card, or a couple, actually two blue cards. You have Meddling Mage and you have Phantasmal Mage.
Does the deck run snap? No, there's nothing to snap
There's
back.
no snapback. No.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like my favorite human is it Staticaster. That's my favorite one. I love that one.
Staticaster would be very good in this matchup.
Yes. Oh yeah. And
Oh,
Staticaster's
speaking of meddling mage, Jake is sitting on one in hand.
what do you name? What do you name?
Natural order, hands down.
Natural order. Yeah, that's the card that kills you.
Yeah.
If you're trying to catch him on like if you're trying to catch him, just trying to disrupt him, you usually name if you're not naming the kill, you need to start removal first. So it's usually probably Assassin's Trophy, and then maybe Green Sun Zenith.
Okay, let's see.
I think if he shows you Visionary, it's really good to name Visionary a lot of the time because that's their engine. But he's not Satsuri named.
Oh, can't see. You can flag down someone who can wander over there and ask what the meddling mage is naming. That'd be great.
Yes. It looks like it's Abrupt Decay in Nick's hand. So it's an Abrupt Decay, so Nick may not care. It looks like Double Cradle too.
Double Cradle hand is awkward but good.
And it looks like he's holding Rex Sage too. Rex Sage hits, I think the only is Vile. It's like, that's about it.
Yeah, Rex Sage can hit Vile, can hit other.
Oh, I think Jake is holding Pontiff.
Ooh.
I just go for it. I just like, because if Nick went land go, his hands does not seem good. I think I just take the, I'll just kill your Heritage for free.
Kill the Heritage Druid, swing for 5.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And pump his own board, swing for 7.
Oh.
No, I don't do that. I just kill the Heritage Druid. I'm like, Heritage Druid, I want your Heritage Druid to die.
Yeah. Killing Heritage Druid is important.
I want something to get haunted. Haunt is such a great ability.
It is. I always have to remind myself exactly how it works because it's worded so clumsily for something that seems so simple.
Okay, yeah. So it's when when creature with haunt is put into the graveyard, exile it, haunting a creature. When a haunted creature dies, put haunt creature's ability onto the stack.
Yes, only because most of them that say whenever this enters play or the creature it's haunting dies is why. It's that wording that's super strange about it.
Yes.
Might Gain is still hot. Okay, I'm going to go chase down and sort out some sound stuff.
And I'm probably going to see Nick find a Visionary here, draw a card, drag it a little bit deeper, try to find something to do. Because his hand, sitting on Double Cradle and Rex Age, not really doing anything. Jake also not doing a lot either. Okay, so we have Patrick over here failing with a mic. So if anything goes dead, just tell us in chat. Anything's funky, just tell us. We are trying to figure it out right now. Dupe. Okay, so my mic's not dead.
All right, 2 quick things. Let us know if the mic levels are better, and that meddling mage is naming Nettle Sentinel.
Interesting. I mean, that actually makes sense because Nettle Sentinel being a 2/2 is relevant on this board.
It being a 2/2 is relevant. It's kind of their mana engine, so that is one of the ways to shut them down the most.
Also, it looked like Nick found a. So he Green Sense X
what
equals
did I
2.
miss?
Green Sense X equals 2 to find Visionary, and then just drew the symbiote off the top. Now you just drew a third Cradle.
Oof.
That's not good. That's not good. That one is legendary. Yeah. So tap for 2.
Got to run the Mirror Gallery for.
Point. Draw a card.
Yep.
Decay. Decay's not bad here.
Decay's not bad at all. What's under the freebooter?
It looks like a Green Sense unit.
Okay.
Actually, no, I can't tell. 'Cause it's not a gold card, and it's not in natural order. Yeah. Oh, it's Tessier. Hi,
Yeah.
Tessier.
Yeah. In comes the Reflector Mage. Taking the
Yes.
symbiote.
I
Yep.
would bounce that one.
Oh, it's
Oh,
Glimpse.
of
That's
Nature.
right.
Yes. Hit for 4.
Yeah, not worth blocking any of
I'm
these.
surprised Nick
Hit for
did.
5.
I think I'm surprised Nick didn't just bounce the Visionary in response to the what you call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have done that, draw his card. But also the only problem is then you can get locked under a meddling mage naming Visionary.
Well, he does have the Abrupt
Yeah,
Decay.
he does have the decay. Yeah.
So that would be his way out of that.
So he may just fire off the decay, targeting the freebooter here, try to get the glimpse back, try to get something going.
Yep.
But a lot of times glimpse chains are extended by having your wherever you're having your symbiotes are bouncing your own elves to recast.
Mm-hmm.
And now it looks like you cannot cast Wild Symbiote this turn.
Correct.
And it looks like he just got flooded. He's just got a whole lot of just lands that don't do anything.
Sitting on about 2 cradles too many.
Yes. And this Dried Arbor being it's +1 mana with a cradle, but it doesn't do anything with the Glimpse of Nature.
Yeah, because Glimpse counts on cast.
It counts on cast. Yeah, cycle the Peat land here.
Yep. Draw deeper.
Oh, that feels bad.
Yep.
3, Rex Age.
Yep.
So I think this is fine. He's holding double symbiote next turn, but he's not dead. He's at 5. He can block.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Rex Sage probably trades with the Meddling Mage on the way in.
Yeah, that's then he. I mean, if I was Nick, I would just. I mean, if you can just swing in 1 with Exalted. Oh, Prelate. Prelate names 1. You know he has a glimpse in hand.
Yep.
That is also a good legacy human I forgot about. Yep,
Yeah.
naming 1.
Well, there goes that option.
So I think Nick needs to just rip a natural order.
Ripping Natural Order will get him there.
Yeah, I think that's it. Abrupt Decay, another Abrupt Decay can do it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, check the Pontiff. Check how the Pontiff works.
Oh, Meddling Mage getting in there too. We got a reader.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'll certainly trade here. I think you just take 3. See what happens.
Yep. Go to 2. That seems fair. I mean, not going to be able to fetch
rip
more than
natural
once.
order. That works.
Assassin's Trophy gets there. Yeah,
that actually
that'll
gets
help.
It. That certainly helps. Well, he has 2 cradles this turn. So I think you gotta whack the prelate.
Yeah. Whack Prelate.
So use the Dried Arbor to cast Wyrwood Symbiote. Cradle for 3. Second cradle, you just do your thing.
And have a bunch of mana from there.
You tap Arbor. You tap Arbor. Play Glimpse of Nature. Tap Cradle for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's not backbreaking except for the fact that the Glimpse of Nature is in hand.
And that Jake knew there was a Glimpse of Nature in hand, so that's why he named 1. Because in most cases, I would name 4 or 2. I don't think 1's the first one he named.
Okay, so we floated that. There we go.
Yeah, green. Green. Bounce.
Bounce there. Untap there. Yep. Guys there. Draw.
Nice. That was a
Hoof in hand.
Second glimpse. He has a cradle. He can play.
Oh, that's true.
He has a land drop and a cradle.
Okay, that should be all the green that he's got right now.
Yeah, so he doesn't have a Heritage Druid or a Birch Slaughter where you start generating mana.
Which is a bit of a bummer.
But he does have Wyrwood Symbiote plus the Dried Arbor to start digging. I think Dried Arbor is the only creature that can actually attack this turn.
Correct.
There's 4. Draw. That's a Birch Lore, so that's a good draw. You can start generating mana.
Yep. If nothing else, too, he gets a whole bunch of blockers.
Oh yeah. There you go. So 1 green floating. Second glimpse. Draw.
Yep. Third glimpse in hand. Oh wow. Yeah, Nick is going full elf ball right now.
That's great. So that's 3.
3 green floating.
So I'm pretty sure this is I don't know what this gets. This maybe is x equals 1 for another symbiote. Because you need symbiote or queen. You're gonna find it eventually, but since the Dryad Arbor is the only thing that can attack, you're gonna need it in the hoof. So you need to get up to 8. So you
no,
actually
you
may
need
find
Nettle Sentinel.
Sentinel.
You need Nettle Sentinel.
Nettle Sentinel is probably what you find. Yeah. So
Yeah.
x equals 1 here.
Yep.
Yeah. Just put a Sentinel out there. Yep.
Uh-huh.
And Jake's just like, sure, man. Got
Elf
nothing.
lines.
Yes. It's like
Now the Birch Lore, draw.
1 mana floating. Draw. 1 mana.
Now, yeah, now
Tap
there's
for
1
green.
mana. Second Nettle Sentinel.
That,
Ooh,
yes, that's pretty
really
good. Birch Lore. Draw. There we go. No
Another
mana. No
glimpse.
mana. 1 mana. Nope.
Oh, we miscounted. Yeah.
Draw.
Now I think no
Draw.
mana.
Tap for 3.
Yeah. Yep. We're gonna need that.
Boop. 3. Boop. Boop. Draw.
Draw. It's got to be careful he does not run out of cards, though.
You can get around that by just casting 3 Zeniths, x equals 0, and putting it back in your deck.
Yeah. So long as you do that.
Because every elf generates 2 mana.
Yep.
So you can just play an elf, generate 2 mana, draw. So it doesn't work. So it works when you're not decking yourself.
Mm-hmm. You can do that basically to get the remainder of your cards.
Yes.
So if you have like 1 card left and you need that 1 card.
So I think he's at 6. So he's got, he has now has a Korean Ranger in play, so he can untap his Dryad Arbor, so then actually just swing for lethal.
Yep.
Or if he actually just puts Hoof in play with, looks like he needs 14 other creatures for it to actually just have to kill through that Hierarch.
And I think he's getting close to 14 other creatures here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I see like 11. So I think he's fine.
It's close, one way or the other.
It's close.
Glimpse is a mandatory draw. Yeah.
Glimpse is a mandatory draw, yes. I think he's at 8 though.
This is not too many creatures.
No, this is great.
Don't worry about it.
This is great.
This is good. This is also not the largest creature I've seen in Legacy. Yep, there it is. Jake scooping it up there.
Have you ever
Nick
Berserk to
taking it.
Merit Lage? Have you ever Berserk to Merit Lage?
No, but that sounds fun.
Because it says destroyed it into combat. It doesn't matter. It's indestructible.
I was playing a... we'll bring it back to the booth here while I tell that story. Welcome back to the booth. This is Card Kingdom's weekly Legacy tournament. We do Legacy every Monday at like 6:30. We've got 2 more rounds left. It's going to be great. We just saw humans versus elves. Elves, the little green men, taking it there at the end, just in the nick of time. But as I was saying, the largest Legacy creature I've ever seen was my own... I forgot the name of it. It's from Guilds of Ravnica. It is a Simic card.
Hydroid Krasis?
No, not Hydroid Krasis. Galloping Lizrog.
What the hell is Galloping Lizrog? Oh my god. But also, yes. Oh jeez. Oh jeez.
Did I spell that right? No, I didn't. Galloping Lizrog. So I had a Galloping Lizrog with Doubling Season in play. I was playing what I called Simnicfit. I pulled off about 20-odd counters from something, and they got doubled they got added counters from Winding Constrictors, and then doubled from Doubling Season.
Oh, Jesus.
So I ended up with a 104, 104, or 103, 103 Trampler. My opponent had a Maze of It.
Nice. This is why you play Stifle and Wasteland in your deck.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it's good. So, okay, back when Probe was legal, I was playing Blue-Black Shadow. So it was like 4 Probes, 4 Thoughtseize, 4 Streetwave, 4 Stifle. And I went turn 1, I have a 4/4 Shadow against lands. And the person's like, oh, geez. Turn 1's like land, exploration, Maze of It, go. I'm just like, oh, here's another. I drew another Probe. I was like, Probe. Oh, sweet, fetch land. I was at 4. I was like, I will attack you for 9. He's like, Maze. I was like, okay, Stifle. He's like, fine, I'll take 9. I was like, next turn, I was like, tag you for 9. He's like, Mesa. I was like, Stifle.
Wow.
And then I pondered. I was like, I couldn't find it. I couldn't find a wasteland, but I had another Stifle. I'm like, Stifle it? I was like, what are you going to do? He's like, I don't know how I lost to that. I was like, but Probe is a busted Magic card.
Oh, there is in standard now with M20. They're printing slightly more expensive
Ooh.
Stifle.
Stifle, they can counter legendary
Yeah,
spells.
Stifle and counter legendary spells seems real good. 2 mana to
think-
counter Planeswalkers.
Spicy. Well, it's also Stifle, so it does hit. It's like unlike a card like Squelch, it hits triggered and activated abilities.
Yep.
And it hits your Planeswalkers, Leovolds, Thalias.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually really spicy.
That's pretty
real
much. It's nice.
spicy.
I think I would not be surprised to see. Yeah, Stifle at 2 mana is unplayable, but Stifle at 2 mana that can also counter Planeswalkers. I could see a world where Miracles runs at least one of those in the sideboard.
I mean, Miracle's running Dovin's Veto in the sideboard.
Yeah. So this is. I mean, I guess
Dovin's Veto is a hot card.
Dovin's Veto is really good. Countering Planeswalkers is a bit narrow, but there's so many Planeswalkers running
but
around
also
right
counters also like Thalias, Leovolds, Gristlebrand's, and Emrakul. It doesn't counter those. You don't actually cast those, but yeah.
now.
Thalias, Leovolds,
Thalias, Leovolds. I'm trying to think. There's got to be at least.
Jaces.
There's got to be at
Narset.
least some other legendary creatures that are run. Counters
So
Hogak.
it's legendary spells. So also if you're playing something
Counters Jite.
GT, it does
If they're
counter
casting
GT.
Jite, it counters Jite.
Also, like what other random legendary enchantments are there?
I
I don't know.
I don't think there's any good legendary enchantments. It'd be legendary artifacts.
Titania, Priest of Argoth.
Oh man, I love Titania.
That card's
So
so
good.
sick.
So good.
I mean, it has any card that has ETB rebuy a wasteland. I'm like, yes, I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
Yeah.
Kind of interesting card, but yeah, Dovin's Veto is very nice.
Yeah. I'm really excited. In Standard right now, I've been playing essentially Standard Genesis Wave combo because with Kamal's Druidic Vow, which is the legendary sorcery,
Oh, it's like a Genesis Wave kind of thing.
it's Genesis Wave, but only for lands and legendary permanents.
Yeah.
And so you just run only legendary permanents, and then you win with new Jace, which is Labman Jace.
Oh yeah.
And you run Tatiova, which is landfall, draw card, gain a
Draw a
life.
card. Yeah, and you draw your deck.
And you basically, you just flip it, draw your deck. You run the blue-green Tameo to just recur the...
Green Tameo's hot.
Yeah, and new Nissa. Nissa who shakes the world? Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay.
To double your forest mana.
Oh god. Okay, Benjamin, why was there a hive mind in play? Look at chat. Biggest, silliest creature. So if you have one creature Invigorate and Hive Mind, their copy Invigorate has to target your creature. So yeah. So I mean, there was a Hive Mind Legacy deck like
Yeah,
a while ago.
because you play a handful of pacts that your opponent can't pay for, and then
Exactly.
you packed them.
Okay, let's see what's in the 2-0 bracket.
Going into round 3.
So we got Blue Red versus Miracles, D&T versus Elves, and then Burn versus is that Burn? Yeah, Joey from Burn.
Here we got one person on burn.
So table 1. That's UR versus Miracles, and we have Elves you've already seen versus D&T, and then Post you've already seen versus yes. Versus
Go for table 1.
Table 1.
Or?
I mean, what's Daniel on? Oh, you can see Mono Red Prison versus D&T.
Ooh, that'd be fun. Let's do that.
That's it. Table 4, please.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Table 4.
Okay, so here's something spicy. You've got Mono Red President versus D&T.
It should be zesty.
I mean, yes, this is D&T. It sometimes it can play through Trinisphere, sometimes it absolutely has no chance.
Mm-hmm.
But also, what's that? What is that? What's that card? 2 red just actually destroys D&T.
The Sulfur Elemental?
No. It's 2 red. It's either ping all creatures, shock all opponents, or destroy an artifact and choose 3.
Oh, Fiery Confluence.
Fiery Confluence. There
Yeah.
you go. Who's doing that? Yes.
Sorry, we're doing table 4, right?
Table 4. Yeah. So Daniel Munoz versus Thomas Cornett.
All right, we will have...
Let me switch it over to the map.
Yeah, let's switch it on over to the match here, so you don't have to look at the exciting action of us typing. Instead, you get to see
some chairs.
the exciting empty chairs.
That's great. Well, I had to look at our Card Kingdom's very nice looking logo, and we get to
Those playmats, you can buy those playmats at
Yeah,
cardkingdom.com.
we can shamelessly plug you
Yeah.
that they're right now. All the cards you see on the table are for sale at cardkingdom.com, including those playmats.
So long as they're in stock.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them are in stock, and yeah, they've got a lot of stuff. Yes, I know you like my face. My face is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I could be okay. Should I put on my leather jacket? I brought a leather jacket because
Put it on once
oh,
once we go back to
okay.
break in between matches in
Okay.
a sec. Then we should
Okay,
be
fine.
we should be good.
I'm just gonna put it on now because I don't want to see people watching put it on.
Plus, it's getting cool enough. There we go. That's our bet. That's my bet on where they're sitting. I'm 1-1 in terms of bets for seat location.
Oh yes.
But yeah. Okay. So Mono Red Prison versus Death and Taxes. I mean, I think Death and Taxes is probably a bit favored in matches games 2 and 3.
Yeah.
Just because there's so much artifact removal available to them.
Yeah.
Like just disenchants.
But also like how they keep their hands, because
Yeah.
if they know they're playing against a bunch of blood moons, they'll certainly mulligan Plainsel's hands, but they'll keep.
No worries.
Good. Okay, great. So the thing about like the D&T is the D&T player will know to keep planes in order to start casting through blood moons, and also be less reliant on one drops, and also be able to side out, like start trimming on the bad cards.
Mm-hmm.
You still actually need to keep Swords of Plowshares in because you don't want to die to just a turn one Rabble Master and such, but it's otherwise not a great card a lot of the time.
Yeah, exactly. You can plow threats, which is pretty good. Even 3 mana to plow their 1 or 2 creature-based threats. Not really good answers to resolve Chandra Torch of Defiance, which is
Besides,
the other frequent one.
unless they're on the 2 to 3 copies of Revoker.
Yeah, which will help.
Revoker was not really appearing a lot, because when in the age of check pile, Revoker was not a good card.
No.
Because you would name Jason the Mind Sculptor, but they were playing so much removal that they didn't care. They just start whacking you.
I, for one,
That is a 6. Oh, that's a tie.
do not miss our check pile overlords. Wow, double box cards.
I was great. No, I played check pile in a 1K. I was doing great. I was 3-0. I could not lose. It was amazing.
Wow.
Then I played Bird 3 times in a row and ended 3-3.
Yep, that happens.
I cried. I cried.
I
It was
got
so sad.
I got so excited at the last month or 2 months ago now. Puget Sound Battleground down in Tacoma.
Oh yeah.
Went there playing my NickFit list. Beat Death and Taxes on a Mulda 4. Or no, a Mulda 3 with no lands.
Oh no.
Yep.
That's nice.
Was able to get there by having kept the hand with Cabal Therapy and a Veteran Explorer.
Oh, that's good. That's a good start.
Turned out pretty good. Yep.
That was great. So around the time of Chuck Pell, I was playing Stifle Grixis.
Oof.
So absolutely that time, no one was playing Stifle. So you just go like land go, and then your opponents went Misty Rainforest straight face first into your Stifle. It was the greatest feeling. Literally no one expected it that time because Rug under the Deathright Shaman was not very good, as they could just interact with all your threats a lot easier because it's a 1/1. Never becomes a 3/3. The Mongoose never becomes a 3/3.
Yeah, the goose was never loose.
Yeah, the goose was always stuck under a Deathright. This is actually a decent hand.
This is a pretty good hand against Prison. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to look at the D&T deck if they're actually keeping basic planes because they actually need it a lot of time because against turn 1 Blood Moon, it's a problem. It looks like Wasteland, Thalia, Horizon Canopy, Port.
Yeah.
It's a really disruptive hand. So if Daniel doesn't have a turn 1 play,
which
he may be trouble.
He might not. Oh no, there's a Chalice there.
Chalice is not really. I mean, it's going to turn off the Swords of Plowshares.
And Moms and Vials.
And Vials. That's about it. Chromox.
Ah, okay.
Oh.
Putting the Confluence underneath it. Oh no.
That means his hand must be very sketchy if he's throwing away Confluence, because even
he's going for Trinisphere then. Oh no, the route.
This is not going to line up against Thomas's hand because Thomas is holding a plow.
Wow.
He's holding. It looks like a very nice looking FBB plow.
Yeah, that is
Beta Planes. So
that's a lot of investment for Daniel to not get anything out of it except 2 life.
2 life. That is very. Yeah. If I go Planes Go, I'm not trying to jam a threat fast. I'm definitely trying to hold on to that confidence and leverage it. especially because he had basic mountain, City of Traders, so he could have definitely just held it and played it later.
Ooh,
Revoker.
Revoker.
I snap off Chrome Mox.
Oh yeah, because Revoker will stop mana abilities.
Yeah, because
It
this is
just
gonna
can't
put
name
this
lands.
is gonna put Daniel back. Because at most he's gonna have probably three mana. Because that City
Mhm.
indicates a really odd off mana base. Because if you
If you're
one is not
opening with that.
that's one not. Let's think it's Megas then.
Hmm.
Not the best because he's still gonna have to lose the City before he can cast it.
Yeah, exactly. He was probably hoping to be able to cast that. It would have been nicer to
Nope,
cast that off of.
possibly.
Ooh, yeah.
Actually, I leave the City in place and try to cast Megas next turn. I would not play a land.
Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna do
Oh,
it.
but there goes the land. All right.
Let's take a
Still,
basic
Thomas
move.
doesn't really have. He has the Revoker, but doesn't have a whole lot else
I
going
think
on.
he's got a Thalia in hand, and he's also got the port up.
All right, bringing him back to 20.
Daniel is playing literally mono 3 drops.
Yeah.
So port is really strong. So you can either play the Thalia, make all his 3 drops. He has very little chance of actually casting a 3 drop next turn unless he actually was sandbag. Oh, he had a
Other
second city.
Yep.
And this looks like a Megas. This
Yeah.
does I mean it's actually it hurts.
Turns off the port.
Turns off the port, but also turning off his own City of Traders. So it only
Which is
taps for
fine.
1 mana, but at least it doesn't sacrifice itself.
Yeah, and I think Daniel's got at least one more mountain in hand.
Whack. He's getting in. I'm pretty sure I like this attack because it gets him 4 damage, but if the Megas trades with the Revoker, he can basically cut off just as much mana by porting Daniel as the Revoker turning off the Chrome Mox.
Can actually lock up more mana
Yeah,
by
more
porting
mana.
the city.
Yeah, supporting the city.
We port this city.
Oh god. We port this
City.
Oh, this is a pretty strong draw from Daniel.
Which is that? Is that the
That's
Rabble Master?
Rabble Master, yeah.
Yeah. That art just is not coming across super well.
This is actually gonna look pretty good on Thomas. You can't your swords are locked out at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. Never mind. You just do Stone March Mystic. He's doing a-okay.
Oh yeah.
I mean, yeah, you can just cast Stone March Mystic, find GTA, cast it for free. I'm just saying, what do you do? GTA or Sword? Or Batter Skull?
Ooh. I think Jite lets you pick off the Magus.
I would pick
or
off the Rabble
the
first.
Rabble Master, yeah.
But Batter Skull also just beats the board.
That's true. It won't. I think he's got enough ways to deal with the go wide for the Rabble Master for now. You're probably right. Yeah, because if you're, I don't know, Rabble Master going wide, I think could very quickly become a problem for him. He doesn't have a whole lot of good blockers,
Okay.
and that is a second Rabble Master.
Well, Folly can just eat Rabble Masters because it is 2-1 first strike.
That's true.
Well, the thing about Batter Skull is also it's worse against Harry Confluence.
Yeah. Also
I mean,
true.
it's actually never mind. He has the Stone Mystic, so he can actually put it into play. He can put it. He can put it into play and then bounce it for 3
Mm-hmm.
in 1 turn, which is pretty solid.
That'll take 2.
I don't like that. Okay. Yeah, the thing about playing the second Rabble Master is he actually forced the first one to attack.
Mm-hmm. He did get in with a few more goblins, though.
Man Crusader.
Oh, yeah.
So,
That pretty much takes care of anything Daniel could throw at him for now.
Well, it's going to be a 6/6 next turn, potentially.
Yeah, could be a 6/6, or even still, just like a 2/2 double strike kills anything he could attack with right now.
Fiery Couplet.
Nope, Chandra cost 5.
Cost 5.
Yep.
There you go. Oh, you can tap. Chromox is still turned off, so yeah.
Yeah, Chromox is still off.
Those must attack.
Mm-hmm.
They do nothing, but they have to attack. Yep. Gain 4 life. Yes, please.
Yep. Yeah, Thomas is really able to just play through this real easily. Like,
Well, he was on the play, and also
Yeah.
Daniel didn't lead on the chalice. Leading on the war boss really set him back.
yeah, I mean, going for the aggressive Warboss play to start with can be really good. I think putting pressure on early in that way is useful. But the fact that Thomas had the swords and Daniel had the chalice and chose not to play it. I think was the big mistake.
It was yeah, it was swords into Thalia too.
Yeah.
But I would certainly have led on Chalice if it's somebody's letting go because you could also playing your threats after your Chalice means you protect your threats
Mm-hmm.
from plows. Here you go. Here's 12.
Oof. 12, and it's lifelinking. And trampling? No?
No, nope.
No trample, yeah.
Pro
Okay.
black and green, but also vigilant. Yeah, I am at 31.
Yeah. It's a bit of a mountain for Daniel to climb up. That said, all he really needs for this is, yeah.
If he actually has fiery confidence there.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah, someone in chat pointing out, Sun Dodger, thank you for that, is pointing out that, yeah, Daniel could have top decked that chalice
Yeah, I thought I
on
saw
turn
it.
2.
I thought I saw it in his hand.
Yeah, I wasn't 100% sure either way. Well, that means game 1 is going to Thomas. I think Daniel's only out there was an ensnaring bridge, which I think is still one of the better options that he's got if he doesn't have an in to bring it in.
Well, if he had the 5th mana and fiery confluence, he could have answered the board because he can shatter the battle skull and shock all of his creatures. That kills everything.
Ooh, he's bringing in more fiery confluences, it looks like.
That's a good one. I think Thomas looks like he's cutting swords, which I like.
Yeah. He's not running any of the sword. Well, sort of fire and ice, maybe?
Swords of plowshares.
Oh, swords of plowshares, yeah.
Also, I really don't like Mom that much in this matchup as a lot of their removal is red sweepers.
Yeah.
And making things unblockable is usually less relevant.
Yeah.
Also, just being something. Yeah, it looks like he's thinking about cutting Moms, which I agree with.
Yep, I think that's. Yeah, you make a good point that most of what he's got for most of what Daniel has for removal is going to be sweepers. So yeah, that's probably the right choice.
Mom's fine. You want to protect your one threat. It's usually not what you care about. It's like Sword of Sinew and Steel could come in. Pithy Needle.
Oh no, Sword of Truth and Justice is the one to bring in. That's the one that proliferates.
Yeah.
So proliferate up your opponent's chalice.
Yeah, take it up to 4.
Yeah. Take it up to 3 or 4 and just be like, all right, cool. I can play 1 and 2 drops and beat your face.
That's good. So it looks like he also has. I would also bring in Council's Judgment.
Yes, definitely.
It's a good one. Yeah, it looks like Pithy Needle's also a good one to bring in. That's the name Chandra Torture Defiance. Looks like he cut Recruiter the Guard is fine. Palace Jailer and Mother of Runes.
Yep.
It looks like Recruiter came back in. If he has a lean in Relic Warder, I think that's certainly the right play.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I saw one on the sideboard.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Also, Stoneforge Mystic's also very good in this matchup.
Oh, Stoneforge Mystic is amazing.
Yeah.
There's so many there's so many good equipment that he can go get that just completely outclass all of Daniel's threats.
Also, best thing, Batterskull versus Rattlemaster is just not a contest. Because they're forced to attack a 1/1 into a 4/4 Vigilant Lifelink Chandler.
Doesn't have Painter's Servant?
Painter's Servant's hot. I am down with that deck's coming back.
Painter's Servant, or I guess its close cousin of Strawberry Shortcake.
Oh, Strawberry Shortcake. It's such a good deck name.
It's a really good deck name. I've been a couple weeks ago. I played like 3 different Painter Servant decks in 4 rounds of Magic. It was real good. Won against all of them, which was even better.
You're playing main deck Karn.
Yeah, you play main deck Karn. What's even better than them having main deck Karn? You having main deck Karn.
Exactly.
That's
also looks like a Cavern of Souls. Okay, never mind. No, he's 2 basic planes. That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. It's definitely fine.
Cavern, Thalia, I think it's maybe a Revoker. I can't quite see what the rest of that hand is.
Looks like Daniel's got at least 1 Fiery Confluence, maybe?
That looks like the card on the end of his hand, yeah.
Yeah.
Mox. Don't pitch in the Spirit Guide. I like that one.
Yeah, turn the Spirit Guide into permanent mana. Pass. Batterskull versus Rabblemaster and Bridge. Oof. And there's the Rabblemaster.
Tickle.
Ooh. Yep. Every bit counts, though.
That's a port.
The real question is, so Thalia will help take care of 1 attack or a turn.
Also delaying the Confluence.
Correct.
I saved the confluence here. We could actually cash it in just for my opponent's face, kill Thalia.
Yeah.
Pay 3 a braid. Oh, okay, yeah, I'd like using a braid
Oh,
because
yeah.
you can get in for 6.
Yep. Yep. That's real good.
It's a really strong start. Council judgment.
Ooh.
I think you almost.
I think I judge the Rabble Master here.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it, you're taking 8.
Yeah, I think he's got it looks like a Mirren Crusader maybe. That might be another
that's fine.
decent place.
I would throw. You can throw that out there too, because that also just eats a goblin.
Yeah. Nah.
Yep, just be
Safer
safe.
play, yeah. Good, they voted for the same one.
Yes. Let's see. You can always vote. You can always vote for your Bob if it's killing you.
I played against I can't remember what deck it was, but they went turn 1 Lotus Petal land Bob. Turn 2 Bob flips Bob. Play Dark Ritual Bob. Turn 3 flip 2 more Bobs. So they hit all 4 of their Bobs by turn 3 and had all of them out.
That's hot. I like that.
I was like, at this point, I don't think I want to kill those Bobs because they're probably going to kill you.
That's great. I see Wasteland.
Mm-hmm.
He's always Confluence takes 6. I like the graphic. I mean, I think it's fine against a opponent with no board, but I kind of do want to hold that. It looks like Mirror Crusader is going to come in and also just start blocking all the gobos.
Yeah.
You can also Wasteland. I don't think Wasteland in the Tomb is relevant here.
Probably not, but I'm not sure Thomas knows that.
I get like getting the second port in play because having double like if you're able to Wasteland and port, that definitely becomes relevant because it cuts from 7 to 4.
Now about 3 mana. Yeah, there's the confluence.
6 Yep, he chose the right mode.
Yeah. Wow. So that's the sort of aggressive start that I think Daniel definitely wanted in game 1.
Oh yeah, no, it's pretty good when you can just play your best card in your matchup. Say, I'm just gonna deal 6 to you. I don't care.
Okay, how much time is left on the round?
34 minutes.
Okay, this did not update correctly. There we go. Now we have a timer again. All right. Yeah, Thomas had a really good hand there and good draws for mana denial.
It's a little slow.
But yeah, once Daniel had the Rabble Master out there and was able to put pressure with a threat, it wasn't going to be enough to slow down the engine once it already got going.
Yeah, I think he kind of needs something like Aether Vial. He needed the Vial there in order to really start turboing out his hand, basically putting 2 creatures into play.
Vial or even a Swords to Plowshare.
That was like a Vial Plains. Oh, it's instant
Council
keep.
Judgment. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Oh, wow.
Think about this, because you need white sources, because even though it's a mono white deck, you can get mana screwed quite frequently, which is...
I've seen it happen.
Yeah. Especially against a Moon Stompy deck. Oh, this is great. I think I see a Thalia too, and a Wasteland.
Uh-huh. Definitely a Wasteland.
Well, also being on the play, your Chalice proof too.
Yeah. You get to get around the Chalice by dropping down your Vial, which is very good. Yeah.
I think Blood Moon, if you're trying to bring it in as a card against Delver, a lot of the time it is a 3-mana do-nothing card and you lose to the board.
Yep.
So I don't think it's a good Delver card. I would more try to lock out with the longer slow decks, like something like Grixis. Grixis is very good against. But also lands too. Even though lands can blow it up and it's pretty much set up to blow it up, I think it's a good way to buy time.
The current new hotness that everyone's sort of going on about, there's a 5-color Renin 6 deck that's 5-0'd a couple online events.
Oh yeah.
It is a very color greedy deck, similar to how Check Pile was.
Oh, is this one playing Mox Diamond?
It plays. I don't know if it plays any or many Mox Diamonds. It plays 1 or 2, maybe. It plays only 2 Renin 6. Yeah, and Dak's in the deck too. That's the other one.
Punishing?
Punishing Dak, Renin 6. I think it runs Narset as well.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. So there's the rug version, but there's also a 5-color version that splashes white and black for something. I don't know what. I haven't looked super deep into
I'll
it.
put Leovold. Leovold and Dax combo.
Oh yeah, Leovold and Narset combo in the same way.
Yeah.
Um, anyways, a lot of people are interested in that deck. That deck folds hard to Blood Moon.
Oh, he's just vial checking.
Yeah,
It may fight a little bit. Oh, that's a recruiter. That's a very good drop.
Recruiter's
I
fantastic.
mean, I think
draw.
I was almost. So he's vials on 2. So I think he actually left the vial. He did not.
Yeah.
No, he left the vial on 2.
Hey, that's a Sulfur Elemental.
That's a good one.
That will block a whole bunch of Thomas's deck. Like, that is crazy.
I mean, I would just cast the recruiter here, find Stoneforge Mystic.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
Just you had the chow. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We saw that in his hand. Yeah, get that
Judge
out of
it.
here.
Yeah.
Find another land.
It's,
So it looks like he actually left the vial on 2. So actually, it
Mhm.
looks like he's probably he's holding something if he left it on 2.
yeah, either that or he was planning on dropping the recruiter for 3 and then vialing in whatever he got that was a 2-drop, like a Stoneforge Mystic, for example.
I think this maybe should be. Oh, it's a Chandra.
Chandra.
I think this make up for mana and then play Legion Warboss in hand.
Yep.
Boop.
Mana for the War Boss makes sense.
Then attack for 1.
So many gobos. I'm a bit sad that this isn't the version of the deck that runs dinosaurs as the finishers.
Oh.
There's that mono red
yes.
prison stompy dinosaur deck for a while.
Oh yeah.
And by for a while, I mean, I think someone took it to a Magic Fest. And
Is that a Palace Jailer? I think a Palace Jailer.
a Pithing Needle.
I think it's got the board covered. So he has the needle for the Chandra.
Yep.
Oh, I think he has Ancient Tomb and Palace Jailer. There's a card in the middle of the hand. I can't quite see.
Yeah, that's an Ancient Tomb.
No, it's an Ancient Tomb. There's the third card. He has Recruiter.
Yep.
So this may find Stoneforge Mystic. We also just play Ancient Tomb and then just cat. Yeah, Stoneforge Mystic. Yep.
Stoneforge Mystic.
Find Batterskull.
Yep.
I think Batterskull's one to get because also you can bounce it in the face of a Shattered Duder. Shattered card.
Yeah.
Fiery
yeah.
Confluence.
That's the one.
I keep forgetting that card.
Yeah.
It's a commander card.
It is, except for Mono Red Prison.
Exactly.
But Mono Red Prison is just a deck that proves that, like, in Legacy, Blood Moon and Chalice can carry a deck. Like, I don't mean to, I'm not meaning to speak ill or poorly of Mono Red Prison and people that play it, but though that deck has some linchpins that if they were missing, the deck would be a whole lot less good.
Oh, yeah. Whack. Mentor Trigger. There we go.
2 2/2s and 2 1/1s. Good. He picked the one token that was different than the others to pump.
Here's for 6. I just take it.
Probably take the 6, yeah.
I'm like, whatever. Like, what are you gonna?
I mean, I don't think
blocking with the Stoneforge Mystic on the one token's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, why not block with the recruiter as well? Like the recruiter dying.
Because you want to flick with.
Oh yeah, when he's already and he's got it at 3. Yeah, flickering it is good.
So I'm pretty. Oh, it's a Sword of Sinew Steel.
Yeah,
That one. I mean, actually, blowing up artifacts and planeswalkers is relevant in this matchup.
very.
Oh,
very.
that's a lean in Relic Warder.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay.
Cast Sword. Cast Sword.
Cast sword.
I don't know. I think getting Batterskull into. Actually, no. I think Clipping's fine. But also, I think you gotta get Batterskull to play because you're trying to defend your life total a little bit.
Yep. Cast sword. Hold up mana. Yeah. Let's.
It is +2/+2 protected from black and red. When it deals damage to a player, you may destroy target artifact and destroy target planeswalker.
So destroy up to 1 target planeswalker and up to 1 target artifact. Yeah. That is an incredibly relevant sword.
Also being pro-red.
The pro red is one of the main reasons for that.
And this deck also plays a lot of artifacts and planeswalkers.
Mm-hmm.
What was the pitch? That's Hazoret.
Oh. Interesting.
Confluence.
Time. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Blow up.
blow up.
Blow up. Oh.
That's actually. I think that's a pretty strong way to take it.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's a good choice. Turns Chandra back on. Karn is in hand. Ooh.
Great creator.
Yeah, great creator in hand.
Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Shock you. I think Batterskull is coming into play here.
It has to.
Yeah.
Like that's Thomas's main method of stabilizing right now. The other thing about Karn Great Creator is he won't be able to bounce the Batterskull anymore once it's down. He won't be able to equip the Batterskull anywhere once it's down.
Oh yeah. And also, then Chandra can just minus and hit the Batterskull.
Yeah.
Hit the germ token.
Yeah.
But Thomas can actually just pay 5 and equip the Batterskull next turn. Because that
He
is
could.
Ancient Tomb.
He could.
I think you got to swallow a War Boss here. Gain 4, take 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Well, okay, so I mean, he's got a block. This is lethal.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely block one of the war bosses and
trade for Gabo.
Yep.
Now that yeah.
Oh yeah, because Recruit is only a 1/1.
Yeah. So he takes 2. So yeah, it's basically takes 6.
Yeah.
That is dead. That is on here.
Gains 4, takes yeah, yep. That's right. Yeah.
We can actually attack the Chandra here for 4, so he can't flames. I think he should have left a Goblin back so he could protect the Chandras because the -3 is what's gonna hit this Batterskull.
Don't those Goblin tokens have to attack?
I don't. I think is that text on the card?
Yeah.
That
only the ones that are created that turn have to
only
attack.
the new token. Okay.
Yeah. There's the Leonin Relic Warder.
Oh. Okay. I mean that's a fine take. But oh yeah. So when it comes back, he may imprint another card.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Thomas is expecting Karn the Great Creator. So he needs to actually rip a land.
Swings
here.
for 4 though. Yeah. No, he doesn't need to rip the land.
Oh, he drew Evoker. Chandra's Revoking.
Got it. Okay. Okay. So yeah, he does need the land.
The reason I would, because I think I would take Chandra down and nuke the germ token. Because once you have 3.
Because wait, what's her down tick is?
-3.
Oh, okay.
And it's Flame Slash.
Got it. Yeah. Now comes the decision on what he's attacking with. No matter what, Thomas will be able. If he swings with, he has to swing with at least 1/1/1, which means Thomas will net positive on life, almost guaranteed. Has to swing with the war boss if he's wanting to. Yeah. Yep. And mentor there.
But I think you just snap off the block on the War Boss.
Yeah, you block the war boss, and then.
I mean, you can actually trade away the Relic Warder because that has Chromox under it. If he gets Chromox, like he has to pitch a new card.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, he can.
Yeah, he can also animate the Batterskull with Karn to pop it off the creature. That's one option. Pop it off the creature. That does turn it into a 5/5 for a turn.
With no relevant combat abilities.
Yeah, a vanilla 5/5 that then the next turn will just be an equipment on the ground. Why is he gaining 6? Oh, he's chucking the
He should be taking 2.
Oh no, so he took 6 is correct.
Yeah.
I missed that he was blocking with the Relic Warder.
Yes. He took 6, gained 4. She's just net down 2 life.
Not putting anything on the Chrome box, it looks like. Oh, maybe he is?
He has the option to.
What's Legacy? Oh, man. You're in for a treat. Legacy is a fun, very wide open format of Magic the Gathering. Second only to Vintage, there is the fewest banned cards in this format. There are still some. It has a very healthy and diverse metagame. There's a lot of viable Tier 1 decks right now, and it's personally my favorite format.
Yeah, so of card legality, every card ever printed is potentially legal.
Mm-hmm.
There's a ban list, which is a majority of it is insane busted stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Also, banning all conspiracy card types, anti
yes.
cards,
Yep.
dexterity cards, but also a bunch of crazy stuff like Moxes,
Mm-hmm. Takes out all of the really expensive cards.
and Earthcraft.
Yeah.
I don't know why you banned Earthcraft. Earthcraft is great.
Earthcraft is it makes the squirrel combo deck possible.
I know, but
which I want to be a thing. Which I want to be a thing.
Yeah,
but
you want infinite squirrels.
yeah, you can do it with Intruder Alarm too, and it's okay.
Exactly.
But I think the fear is it makes elves too good.
I don't think that's basics.
Yeah, Revoker is naming Chandra.
Yeah. That is correct. It is the best Magic format.
It is. It's my favorite and the best.
It potentially did miss lethal. I'm pretty sure the opponent was tapped out. He could have just donked.
Yep.
This is a flick versus flick out a token.
Yeah. I think that's the right choice.
Well, of course, Legacy is the best. Is the best format.
Yeah.
Well, Vintage right now is just getting wrecked by Karn and Narset.
Mm-hmm.
I played a couple of rounds online. It is not the most playable when everyone's playing from the Karn Vault.
So I don't think he had lethal because he was locked. Yeah, he didn't have 4 mana for the Fiery Confluence.
And Chandra was locked down. He cannot make mana out of Chandra, and he only 3 lands in play.
His only red card that he could have put under the Chrome Mox was the Fiery Confluence that he had.
Yep. Burn is a deck in Legacy. It's actually Legacy Burn is cheaper than Modern Burn because you don't have to play fetch lands.
Yeah.
So you play mono red with Flame Blast and Price of Progress.
Yeah, and it is a surprisingly good deck right now.
Yes.
Like every once in a while, Card Kingdom hosts 1Ks every once in a while on Saturdays, once a month, as part of the Legacy Preservation Series, and they about once a year, someone takes down that the big 1K tournament with Burn.
Yes.
It is a very, very viable deck, and just when you don't expect to face Burn, you face Burn and you die.
Yes, especially when Pile was a deck, people were like, they had no cards. Your opponent had is it like 5 cards in hand, 14 lives, feeling good. You would drop Pop, and they would die.
Here's the Fiery Confluence coming back down.
Because he has 4 mana now.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure it's
kill Batterskull.
I'm pretty sure it's a kill Batterskull, shock the board.
Yeah.
Shock all creatures.
So yeah, if you're looking for information on Legacy, there is a good Legacy MTG subreddit that I frequent.
Bounce.
Yep, bouncing is right.
The Goblin should be dead. Yep.
Yep.
So he can now take up a Chandra. So now Chandra can ultimate next turn.
Yeah, you can. Oh boy. This is turned around
the source. I think it's kind of been a little bit disrepair.
Yeah. So is it Source or MTG Salvation is kind of gone right now, just because the owners took the site down, but the moderators are planning on migrating the site to somewhere else. So that MTG Salvation has so much stuff on Great Brews, really good forum discussion. There's a lot of good YouTube sources.
Yeah, there's also has a lot of big archive of good primers on that site too.
Yeah.
Any deck in the format.
Yeah, every deck in the format you can probably trace back to a really good Legacy primer on MTG Salvation. I myself run a YouTube channel talking about weird Legacy decks, which is called Fringeworthy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
My favorite post on MTG Salvation was I found an old... it's an old Google Doc. It was about 6 pages solely of DDFT piles.
We are actually checking something here quick. Yeah, the Confluence should have fizzled because it lost its only target.
Its only legal target, yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly why the judge is going over there. Yeah, because it targeted one thing, and since that target wasn't there, since he bounced the Batterskull, then yeah, the rest of the spell should have fizzled.
Yeah, same interaction with Cryptic Command and Remand.
Yep.
Because if someone Cryptic Command counter draws your spell and you remand your own spell, the Cryptic Command does nothing.
Yeah. Oof.
You can do the same trick. If you have a spell targeting you, if you concede in response, the rest of the ability doesn't happen.
That's good for multiplayer.
Yeah. Exactly.
Okay, so that's there. It looks like we are rewinding. Yeah, so OGeekFeed, just be aware that the pretty much all the people that ran the day-to-day site, the moderators and whatnot for MTG Salvation, are looking for a new host because they were purchased by Curse, and Curse Gaming is shutting down MTG Salvation and a handful of other small forums. But they are planning to go find a new home.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's a 6-page Google Doc of solely doomsday piles.
Oh yeah,
I love it. I was looking through that. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so bad. How are people doing this? Oh, I see you, Jake. It's okay. We only made a little bit of fun of you, but I'm not sure you can actually hear us because you're probably in the bar. You don't have headphones in.
yeah.
But yeah, I see you, Jake.
You played good. You played good Magic.
No, but also put Yawgmoth friend position in play.
Oh man, Yawgmoth is great. Okay, so we are going back here. We've got another. Okay, the judge is sorting out what exactly is happening right now.
So this is gonna be real. This is gonna be kind of a wacky
Rewind.
board. Yeah,
Yeah.
wacky rewind. So a little bit happened. Okay, so I think you're just going back to this. This is complex. I'm pretty sure at a more competitive rules enforcement level,
Mm, there would
um,
be some stuff.
there'll be some stuff. But I'm pretty sure this judge, because we're in like casual to regular REL.
This is regular REL. Yeah.
Yeah. So the point where the judge is trying to replicate the game state as best as possible in order to actually see how the game would play out without a big disruption.
Which is correct. This is where the game state was.
Yes.
The batter skull is getting
It wasn't
bounced.
I think it was one turn. One.
There were a turn and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was tapped. Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna go stand over there.
Yes. There was a
and
goblin
see-
token. There was a goblin token.
I'm gonna stand over there and see what all is being sorted out and see if I can let them know.
Yeah. If you want to update me, I'll be watching the chat.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, that's so I'm pretty sure there should be a 2/2 goblin token in play that was left over from the Legion War boss. But yeah. Oh, I mean that is true. I think if you're going by the strict rule book and what judges tell you to actually do, one step past things you don't rewind. But it's any judge is really different, and I don't think our judges here are really going by the book. They just want to basically replicate the best as possible, regardless of how it actually how that actually matches up with the rule book. So if you actually go to a GP and this happens, they're gonna say, "Oops," and then just pretend like it happened the way it did, even though
Someone
fairly
will
wrong.
if you do this at a GP and you have things die to this spell that should have fizzled, someone will get a warning. Most
Yes.
likely, I'm not quite sure who.
They will not rewind. For the most
Yeah,
part.
they won't do a rewind unless you catch it before any other actions take place.
Yes.
But now comes down Karn, the Great Creator, swinging things back in Daniel's favor here.
I mean, that's pretty good against a handful of equipment, but also Batter Skull is still a 4/4 lifelinker.
True. It's very true. It's a 4/4 lifelinker that you can
Oh,
destroy.
it finds
But
ensnaring bridge.
Ensnaring Bridge is one way to stop that. Not enough mana yet to play it, though.
Can't plus Chandra. The Chrome Mox is not exiling anything at this point. Got flickered out with the Flicker Wisp, and nothing was put under it.
No, got flickered out with the Leonin Relic Keeper.
Really?
Yep.
Actually, a rewind on coverage of the modern GP? I was shocked to see that, too.
So professional REL is also different, and that's what all stream matches run under is professional REL, and that's a whole different kit and caboodle on how that rules enforcement level works. It's actually very interesting to go read, and it sounds like it shouldn't be, but it kind of is. So would highly recommend checking.
That cannot be equipped.
Cannot equip.
Cannot equip.
Cannot equip.
Cannot equip. Nope. There we go.
There we go.
Nice. Nice.
One of my favorite uses of Karn. I run Karn main deck in Miracles now. In Miracle Days Undoing. It's great.
I know.
There's so many decks that it just turns off.
Got
there it is. Whew. Just enough damage to get through there for Thomas. letting him take that match.
Let's say we've got about 12 minutes left in the round.
Yeah, 12 minutes. We'll throw it back to the booth. I don't think we'll be able to get anything else on stream.
Oh yeah, I got my leather jacket on now.
Yeah, we can
So
see
you actually
our jacket game on point here. Yeah, well, welcome. Thank you for tuning in. This is Card Kingdom's Monday Night Legacy stream. We've got one more round of paper Legacy action. I'm Patrick. This is Kelvin.
He cannot equip because Karn the Great Creator is a null rod.
Yep, Karn the Great Creator is a one-sided null rod.
One-sided null rod.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the wrong Karn, not
Yeah.
the Karn Vanguard Karn, but yes.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we, if you're just tuning in, this is Legacy Magic the Gathering going on right here. You're not on the right window.
Ah!
Yeah, so Legacy is a really great Magic format, arguably the best Magic format. And every week at... Oops. They already got the card, yeah.
Okay, good.
Every week at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, we go live streaming fantastic, wonderful 4 rounds of Legacy Magic. Once a month, we've got 1K tournaments on Saturdays.
We have a Canlander tournament coming up too.
Oh, that's right. We're doing a Canlander tournament. We stream modern paper matches on Thursdays.
Modern paper matches from the Bellevue location.
Yep, from the Bellevue
location. We also
location.
have our Invitational coming up in just about a month.
Yeah,
20 days.
Yeah, the Legacy Preservation Series Invitational, which this is part of the series. You get points for playing every week, and you get an invitation automatically if you take down one of the 1Ks. The LPS Invitational, which will be at the end of this month, will also be streamed, and the winner from that gets a trip to Eternal Weekend.
Oh, yeah. So to answer your questions in chat, David, we don't have a vintage schedule. Usually when our Bellevue TOs are feeling generous, they give us a vintage FNM.
Mm-hmm.
But
that happens about
once a month.
Yeah, about once a month.
But to have a standard FNM, the vintage players play in the closet where no one can see them.
It's kind of true.
And then there's a bunch of small children that look over the shoulders like, oh my gosh, it's a Black Lotus. It's a really, really interesting scene.
It's great.
Because they're not in the tournament room usually. They're like kind of in like the middle part with the game. Because you get like 8 to 10 actual paper vintage players.
Oh yeah. There's
not budget. Like, there are bazaars and boxes everywhere. It's great.
There's like a good number of vintage players that you can see wandering around here.
Yeah.
So pay attention to the postings on Mox Boarding House Bellevue and Mox Boarding House Seattle's websites.
Okay.
You'll probably see some vintage stuff pop up there.
And so for the Legacy Hogak list, Legacy Hogak list is a modern Hogak list, except playing dual lands and Cabal Therapy. That's the only difference.
Yeah.
That's it. Like,
yeah.
That's it. It's a Legacy deck.
Yeah.
That's it. No, that's legitimately it. No Entombs.
Nope.
That's it.
There's not better dredging cards?
You don't dredge.
Oh, yeah,
I guess.
You
don't dredge. They alter themselves.
Yeah.
There is no LED. Discarding your hand is not great. Because you're trying to actually cast spells.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And also you want lands to trigger your blood gas. Nope, no Goblin Bombardment.
No, not Bombardment.
They need Altered Dementia as a way to actually put cards in their yard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure also Goblin Bombardment is bad in Bridge from Below decks because you don't want to kill your opponent's creatures. I mean, it's great because like whenever I play against the Hogak deck in Modern, I bring in Izzet Staticaster just to shoot my own Noble Hierarchs and humans. And it's usually effective because they can't really combo kill you unless they have Bridge to keep generating creatures as they Hogak.
Mm-hmm.
And so yeah.
Hogak's a silly card. Though, despite everyone calling for Hogak to be banned in Modern, it's not as oppressive a force as we're seeing at the top tables.
Yes.
It is really skewing a lot of people's sideboard choices. Like, looking at the top 10 played cards in Modern right now.
Leyline of Void is number 4.
Leyline of Void is number 4, and Rest in Peace is number 8. I think
it's number 4 at 25% inclusion.
Yeah.
I have a picture. I'll pull it up.
Yeah. No, but also the other thing on that is Rest in Peace is also on that list at number 8.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, hilarious. Graveyard hate, efficient graveyard hate is something that is a sign, I think, of a decently healthy format. Yeah, you can play some main deck Leyline of the Void. Yeah, main decking Graveyard Hate is almost viable in Legacy.
I mean, it used to be everyone's main deck in Little Hate with Graveyard Hate when they're playing Deathrite Shamans.
Oh yeah, exactly.
But yes.
Yeah, because everyone was running Deathrite Shamans, which were main deck Graveyard Hate.
Oh yeah, I do agree. Horizons and War of the Spark have really, really messed with Legacy.
They've messed with, like someone was saying, messed with all of the formats, and I think that's great. This has been like the freshest that Standard's been in a long time, the freshest Modern's been in a long time, like Legacy, Vintage. It's great.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's really fun. Like I have not played Standard since Kaladesh because I remember when like once you get to like play with fetches and dual lands and like Lightning Bolt and Forcible, it's hard to then play with like your best counterspell is like cancel.
Yeah.
So I stopped playing Standard, but also because I would much rather buy I'd rather buy legacy cards that are like good forever instead of spending a couple $100 on like a Standard deck and having me gone in 6 months.
So I Magic Arena worked on me. I've been playing Standard on Arena.
Nice.
It's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It got me back into Standard. Standard is pretty fun right now. The format is relatively open. Like Esper Control is really strong in Standard right now,
Huge grind.
but there's a lot of other like decks that are close to pushing up on that that are pretty easy to get grind for, play with. It's fine. The Challenger decks also.
Oh yeah.
Those have been like twice now. They've been a really tempting on ramp for me to be like, yeah, I think I want to go play some paper Standard.
Yeah, I was the guy who just bought 4 copies of the Arcane Tempo one, sold the Arclight Phoenixes, and then just pieced out the rest of the cards and made money.
Yeah, it's doable. Arclight Phoenixes are really good cards.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I really loved the approach of the Second Sun Control deck from last year.
Yeah. Oh yeah, approach. That's just hilarious. I also love the cycling cards.
Yep.
You can just like approach. Okay, no, I wanted to put the New Perspective combo deck. The thing was so bad.
If you like that kind of deck, you got to play Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Oh yes, that's great. The only card that doesn't cycle in the deck is Fluctuator and Ancient Tomb.
Oh no,
and Shadow of the Grave.
Shadow of the Grave.
That's great.
So I actually run a list that doesn't run Ancient Tombs because turn one Fluctuator off of Ancient Tomb is too hard to do. I run 4 Lotus Petals instead.
I run Lotus Petals too.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because you needed a way to keep generating black mana for your Shadow of the Grave.
Yeah, and you need a way to get blue mana to cast your lab mana at the end to win.
Oh yeah, but also what made that easier is you play Cloud of Fairies. You can cast your blue, untap your Ancient Tomb. Play a cycle land in Ancient Tomb, you can untap with your Cloud of Fairies.
The other one is you have Unearth, so you can turn 1 black mana into 2 mana of anything else by unearthing your Cloud of Fairies.
So good.
It's such a silly deck. It's so dumb. It's so fragile, but it's so fun.
Yes.
Anyways.
I mean, that's most combo decks I play. Also,
it's a lot of combo stuff.
Spanish Inquisition's better.
Yeah. I personally, I still have a soft spot in my heart, and I bring it out every once in a while, and I probably will again sometime soon, since Miracles is so dominant right now. I play a Shared Fate combo deck.
Oh God. Oh no.
It turbos out Shared Fate into play, and there are no win conditions in the deck.
Yeah, but then no way to answer Shared Fate.
Correct. You can't have any answers to Shared Fate in the deck, otherwise your opponent will draw it and blow up your Shared Fate. And the way the deck works is you stick Shared Fate and you win with their deck. I call it your deck. It's very good. In case people don't know what Shared Fate does.
Oh jeez.
I'm bringing this up right now on the fancy way. I like to play this deck at least twice a year, once close to April Fool's Day and once close to Halloween. It's real good.
Also, yeah, so there was one weekly last year where everyone started to like have a laugh. So like 6 different players showed up with Bizarro Stormy.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I didn't quite have my Shallow Graves hadn't arrived yet, so I played Spanish Inquisition, but my sideboard was 4 copies of Mindbreak Trap. And then I had my opponent sideboard into multiple Flusterstorms. And then I was like, okay, cool, Dark Ritual? He's like, yeah. Dark Ritual? I'm like, yeah. I was like, Charbelcher. He's like, oh, I can't Flusterstorm that one. And then he died. And that was my only round to win because I didn't actually play any of the Bizarro Stormy players.
Ugh. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah, chat. We're still here for about 2-3 more minutes before we get our fourth and final round underway. So if you've got any questions,
Any deck
want
requests for
some,
next round too?
yeah, deck requests for next round. Want our hot takes on anything legacy related or magic related in
Yes.
general?
Yes, I have a lot of hot takes.
Yeah.
I have a lot of cards that I don't like, and I will say why I don't like them. So if you can guess what they are, you get a little bit of a rant out of me, or why these
Yeah.
cards are bad.
ISZ.
Okay,
Oh.
Bizarro Stormy. Okay, so Bizarro Stormy did lose Taxi and Probe in the ban, like whenever that was banned, and that was actually a pretty good card as it allowed you to really leverage Cabal Therapy, and Cabal Therapy was somewhat important because it allowed you to sacrifice your Gristlebrand from your Shallow Grave to then so that you can Shallow Grave it again without it being exiled. And so yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's gonna be actually pretty good if you play like a bunch of just rituals and play like the same deck, but you cut your probes for more discard and more cantrips. But the only way to play it is you play no main deck kill condition, but one Mastermind's Acquisition.
Yep. And then you just
and
go
then a
get what
Passive
you need.
Flames, and you play Passive Flames.
Yep.
The
All
best,
right.
the best part of Maximus is you play a lady, you discard your hand, you discard everything, including Gristlebrand, and then you find Shallow Grave from your main deck.
Yeah.
And then you Shallow Grave into play.
Nice.
So good.
Okay. Other hot takes. Ren and 6.
That card's hot.
That card is good. It's not $70 good, but it's very good.
I put it in Rug Delver. Very nice.
Yeah. What does High Tide need to be a competitive deck?
It needs a good combo.
Yeah, it needs a better combo that can go off a little bit faster.
And
I think there could be a mono blue storm deck that exists out there, and I think High Tide is probably the closest thing we have right now. But
it's also not great that your opponent can have 2 lands in tap and start hard casting Force of Wills.
yes, that's
High Tide. It's symmetrical.
yeah. It would need. Yeah, I think it needs a way to be a little more consistent and a little faster.
If it was on Narset, I think that actually could work. Narset High Tide.
The problem is one of the High Tide kills is forcing your opponent to draw out with with Blue Sun Zenith.
Yeah.
Because you have to do that rather than infinite mill because Emrakul is a thing.
Yeah, but also you are playing a wish board, so you can just honestly do it twice and surgical your opponent.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah, more consistency, faster kill.
Actually, so what you can do is only need surgical once. Is you put infinite, you put like let's say 100 Brain Freeze on the stack. You wait for him to hit Emrakul. Because the Emrakul trigger goes on top of all the copies of Brain Freeze.
Correct.
So you exile the Gris of Emrakul from their deck while the other copies are on the stack. It's exiled. Then you shuffle the whole deck back in, and the rest of the deck is milled. Assuming you have enough Brain Freeze copies.
Well, no, the way it'll work is you'll have you have to wait for the first one to hit. That'll trigger, and then the rest will still be on. Yeah. Okay. Painter deck. There's a lot of Painter decks that have been running around over the past month.
Also, playing a bunch of main deck Red Blast is a good place to be right now.
Yeah, it's a strong deck. Karn is the backbone. Karn, the Great Creator, is the backbone that's making that deck so successful.
Yes.
The fact that it's got room to run a suitable wish board is really good. Bomberman, similar reasons.
Yeah, but also for the Karn can find protection. It can find Hope of Gurper.
Yep,
Hope of Gurper. Shutting out your opponent. Well, also, if you want to build your wish board the same right way, or in the way you want, you can actually find both halves of the combo if you really want to. I think that's a little aggressive because you probably want those in the main deck.
Well, you run.
If you're some of them on the blue version run Cantrip, some of them on the white version run Enlightened Tutor. Some are on the red version run Goblin Engineer to just entomb it.
Yeah. Yeah, the new Modern Horizons fixed Goblin Welder that will tutor something. It'll only get back small things, but it'll tutor something into your yard.
That's all you need if you're playing.
Real good.
It's all you need if you're playing Painter, because it gets twos, it gets ones. You're fine.
You're good. Yeah. Jace only mill deck. I think you mean oops all Jaces. Maybe.
I'm not familiar with that one. That one's you.
Yeah, that's all me. I want Mill to be good because I think it is one of the most interesting alternative win cons that is most accessible, but also worst. I don't think all Jace Mill squad is the way to go. I think Jace cutting Castaway plus doubling season is the way to go, and then you get infinite Jaces. That's the Jace win deck you're looking for.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Ant. I do have an opinion on what her ant is.
Mhm.
As I play Storm a lot too. I've been playing as a good part of 4 years at this point. And the deck itself is actually pretty good. The deck is always good. It's always playable. The issue with Ant is just how often you actually run into your bad matchups. Because
Mhm.
if you have certain cards in the metagame like Meddling Mage, Trinisphere, Gaddock Teeg, which are just kills game one. You cannot beat them.
Mhm.
But also against spells, you're very good against spell-based disruption because if you're a good player, you can play around a very large number of force spells, plus storms, spell pierces, surgicals, whatever.
How do you feel about?
It's just
It's
rough
not going to
because
show up.
it's mainly rough because blue decks get main deck permanent disruption in Narset. Because usually Ant does not care about planeswalkers because you can race them. But now with Narset and Karn, they're both hate against Storm that you actually have to remove because the passive or static ability actually screws you.
So we're going to look at this, and then I have a question for you about
D&T,
Ant.
table 2.
Yeah, let's do table 2.
Thank you. Yeah.
What is your opinion on Citadel of Bolas
I think
and Ant?
I think 6 is a very inconvenient number just of how the deck usually works out.
Mm-hmm.
So if you think about it, 2 Dark Rituals is 5 mana.
Yeah.
A Dark Ritual, a Lion's Eye Diamond, a Infernal Tutor on two lands will leave you with 5 mana floating. So I like it, but it's a very inconsistent kill because you don't have very many good ways to clear the top of your deck. While also usually kind of being at a, I think it's fine, but you don't have a lot of way to. It's just like Ad Nauseam, except it's Ad Nauseam, but you can't clear lands on the top of your deck. But also, you have to take the damage to cast a spell, which is kind of odd. But even though you get to pay life instead of casting it, so I think you have to rebuild your deck a little bit. You have to probably play something like Conjurer's Bauble,
Mm-hmm.
or you have to play more aggressively play cantrips, so then basically use them to draw your lands and put your spells back on top. If top was legal, that deck would be really good.
Yeah, I think so too. A way to clear the top cards
Yes.
is good.
So I think it could certainly work as a Storm engine, but you would probably want to play it with Weather the Storm, which is a new Modern Horizons card that lets you gain life. But also you want to rebuild your deck a little bit. But I think that certainly can have potential, especially if you're trying to like trash for Treadred or show and tell it to play.
Yeah. One more side quick question about new Magic 20 card is the Experimental Frenzy, but only for artifacts.
Not seen that.
You haven't seen that
No,
one?
I have not seen that.
Ooh, I need to remember the name of that. I'm going to pull up the name for that while we head down to the match area.
Miracles versus D&T. I think this is backwards. That is Greg.
Yep, I think you're right.
I can tell because that is his playmat.
Bam, fixed it.
Nice. D&T. Spelled wrong. You don't use Ansign, just DNT.
DNT. It's dynamite.
Yes, yes.
Whoa. Capitalize.
No, just
DNT.
DNT.
All right.
And then miracles. Oh, Bolas Citadel's, yes, it's very good vintage. You don't actually need to play lands in that format.
It's so good.
It's very good. Oh, geez. This is going to be some jank.
It's going to be so much jank.
Oh, the core, that one. Okay, the core forge one. Okay.
Oh, yeah, the forge. Yeah, sorry. Let me pull up this right now.
Oh, that's insane. Yes. Okay, I think they were talking about, is that a Grafdigger's Cage?
They
reprinted Grafdigger's Cage.
Yeah, they are reprinting Grafdigger's Cage into standard right now.
Nice.
Yeah, Mystic Forge. 4 mana. You may look at the top card of your library at any time. You may cast the top card of your library if it's an artifact card or a colorless non-land card. Tap, pay 1 life, exile the top card of your library.
Wait. Colorless on land. I'm playing that Eldrazi. What?
Yeah. Yeah, it's Experimental Frenzy, but only for artifacts and Eldrazi.
Okay, sorry. No, I don't care about that card. Wait. I got something else I liked. Prismite? That's exactly what I needed for my Krufek CDH deck.
Prismite, yeah.
Prismite. I need that.
Yep.
Okay. Now we're going to focus.
We're actually underway here in our fourth and final match.
Turn 2 Aether Vial. If you have a counter spell, you fire this off. I think it's foreign French counterspell.
Yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah. So it looks like, unfortunately, the D&T player did draw Violon 2, which is actually their best card in the matchup. Their second best card in the matchup is the Thalia Caracas combo. Actually, it looks like David's on Brimaz, which is very good if he can
Ooh,
actually land a
yeah.
Caracas.
Kitty cat attack. Oh man, I miss.
Greg's holding Swords, Ponder, Terminus, Forcible, Jace. That's actually a fairly strong hand against this start specifically.
Brainstorm for Thompson as well. Yeah. Ooh.
This is a really slow start for Greg. So if he actually, and also a very slow start for Thompson.
I didn't say I said brainstorm. I meant wasteland for Thompson. Wow. It's been a day.
I mean, so I think you just swords this, and if you draw land, I think you just slam Jace.
Oh,
oops,
Terminus.
Oops. Revealing information. Boop.
Oh no.
No. Okay. Greg just lost.
There's a sword.
He can't win now because he told his opponent he has Terminus in his hand.
Yup.
Greg just dropping cards everywhere. This man is usually a professional.
I know, right?
That's not the case today.
Very unlike him. Greg, shout out to you when you watch this VOD. I really hope you do.
Yes.
If you do, don't at me.
We're going to be trashing you for at least the next 46 minutes. Because
Hopefully.
that is how long the D&T versus Miracles match usually takes.
Yes. Get ready for a grind. Passing it right
Land.
over.
Oh, this is just Jace. Jace.
Jace time.
Jace. Jace.
Jace
Yeah,
in the
Jace.
face.
But he's probably just gonna mirror. He's gonna brainstorm. Put Terminus back 2 cards down. Or
Yes. I
put
think
it-
that's the right choice.
I put him 2. Yeah, 2 down. Yes, Greg is on red.
Oh, dude, this would be the perfect time for a Mana Tithe.
Oh God.
I love. That's my
That's so-
spiciest addition I've seen to like
Yeah.
D&T lists, especially like 1 or 2 in the board.
Yeah.
But just Mana Tithe,
Who's got big
you
enough?
tilt people so
Who's
much.
got big
with that.
enough balls to play Mana Tithe right now? That's my question.
Yeah.
That's my question. Me.
It doesn't look.
None.
Greg's got maybe a force.
I don't think he does.
No,
because
he doesn't.
Terminus is either his top card of his deck.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bam.
So, boop, and now he's brainstorming again. So I would just,
Brainstorm again with the
Oh,
fetch out.
Ponder
Go for the
first.
Ponder. Yeah.
probably because he doesn't like the top card of his deck. What's he find? I can't quite see. No, that is correct. He actually does not have Russian Vistas. He is unwilling to spend $25 on Modern Horizons cards. So that is why he's not playing Prismatic Vista.
Prismatic Vista, I think, is a great card that, it's obvious it's going to see play in every format.
He also walked into the store today and was like, oh my God. Force Negation's $30? No way I'm buying that.
Yeah, that's accurate. I feel
Yes.
the same way about Force of Negation.
And I was like, yeah, it's bad. Don't buy it. And he's like, fine. Oh, Teferi.
Ooh.
Teferi's just fine here. It's just removal.
Yeah, it doesn't, it turns off swords?
All it does is just bounce things.
Yeah, I mean,
Force
the
Negation
static.
is also hideous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yes, Mana Tithe. Do it. Play like the full art one. It's like a little candle.
Yeah. Man,
I mean,
a tithe.
I agree. Prismatic Vista with its like thick ass black border and like sticker is disgusting.
Mm,
Onslaught Flutterstrand, beautiful. Beautiful.
Nice.
It's a perfect piece of cardboard.
all right. Let's see. So Greg has kind of like the setup that he could dream for right
Looks
now.
like AK Force Preordain.
Yeah.
Actually, well,
Thompson's sitting on a Batter Skull and a Flicker Wisp.
and a waste, and it looks like a.
And Brimaz.
I mean, I agree. If anyone wants to pay me $5, I will register Mana Tithe at my next Legacy event.
You don't have to pay me $5. I will try to find a spot for it in my next Legacy deck.
Yes.
I'll just do it anyway because it's just such a good card.
Oh God.
Just like one
Eternal
of these.
Master's
Ooh.
Counterspell. Man, what are you doing? Ponder something. Yes, AK is actually still good.
I think AK is still good. It is the best 2-mana draw spell that is available in Legacy for Miracles right now.
Yes.
The Jumpstart one from the recent set is a close second, though.
I would actually just play Factor Fiction because it actually
Ooh.
beats Narset.
That's true. That's very true.
Yes.
Fact or Fiction is probably better with how many Narsets are running around right
Yes.
now.
And
didn't
I
think about that.
actually got Sam to register a Fact or Fiction.
Ooh. There was
Mr. S. Hurljack, I see you.
some of you in the chat may be
Oh,
aware
actually, I do like
of
Impulse too.
some of the chat might be aware of Jordan Isaka, who once lost a bet and had to register Chandra Torch of Defiance before it was cool. And registered Chandra Torch of Defiance as a one of in the sideboard in his blue-white deck. He didn't have a way to cast it. It was blue-white Stoneblade, but he lost a bet, and so he had to, like, he went to like a GP with it and had the one slot in the sideboard for Chandra Torch of Defiance.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah, he's a man of his word.
I like that. I like that. But yeah, if anyone wants to bribe me, my price is very low for jamming bad cards in my deck.
Yeah. Other options that I have discovered, I know I was talking earlier about that shared fate deck. It was a lowly $15 to get Julian, the streamer. It's Julian of
Julian Knob?
the Elves player to play that deck.
Wow.
He played it in a. It's the stream's up there, and he's like, "This deck is maybe not that good." And then he made some questionable changes to the deck that allowed the opponent to still have access to cards from their deck. And I'm like, "See, that's a mistake."
Wait, what did he put in the deck?
Spoils of the Vault,
Oh
because it
god.
reveals cards from the top of your deck. It doesn't draw. He was, he misread it and thought it was a drawing thing.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Which decks am I putting bad cards into? All of them, always.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
here comes the Monastery Mentor as Greg's
Well,
win
he
condition.
used
He's
it
got
to
some
fairy
pressure.
to bounce the sword too, which is I think this is why the reason Teferi is still in the deck. Even though I don't really like it overall.
Oh, I love it. Like, if Teferi is resolved, then your opponent can't counter things. You win
Yeah,
every counter matchup.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, certainly.
it eats every piece of removal your opponent can have, especially if they've got if they want to fight you on the stack.
I'm pretty sure Greg is holding Ponder and a bajillion pieces of counter magic.
Looks like it.
Exactly. The only reason Thompson's losing right now is because he did not put Mana Tithe in his deck.
Correct. Honestly, Mana Tithe would have turned this deck very much more in his favor. Would have stopped the Jace. Wouldn't have stopped the rest, but Jace has been the engine that's allowed him a whole bunch of
Yes.
extra
It's like
access to his
second
deck.
mentor. I think this is. Play second. It's like another cantrip. No, I'm just passing. Cantrip instant speed now.
Yeah. My Miracles list that has Narset and Days Undoing, I'm running 4 Narset, 3 Teferi right now. No Jaces, because Jaces are expensive.
Snap swords.
Yep.
Oh my god, Jaces are expensive. I'm bumming at Jace right now.
Oh,
Oh, you can't respond. Can't respond.
yep, you can't respond right now.
Do that in your main phase.
Yeah. Main phase that sword.
And it's pretty sure it's going to eat a Forcible. I think Greg just wants to get the game over with. So that's probably going to get... Oh, I think he actually has a second mentor on top of his decks. I don't think he cares.
Yeah, he's got access to another mentor somewhere soon. If not, he's definitely got the pressure on the board. He doesn't need the extra mentor out there. Death and Taxes notoriously does not run any board wipes, especially not main deck.
Nope, they run Cataclysm in the sideboard for this matchup, though. That's a
Nice.
good one. It's like, I'll keep my Rish hidden Fort.
2 forces, 1 sitting on top of deck.
And that is
A Spell Pierce.
That's another mentor.
Yeah. It's the other reason not to fight over it.
Okay, now he's just...
Thompson just sitting on all the equipment there, though.
Yeah, it looks like Narset. He's gonna start donking. Donk. I'm probably just keeping removal or a ponder here. Start triggering.
Grab the force. Definitely grab and show the force.
He's like, do you want to concede yet?
Yeah. Flex on him with the force. Show him, yo.
Oh yes. Speaking of impulse, Narset is double impulse.
Yeah.
Should we attack for 7?
Mm-hmm. For 6.
Oh, 6.
Yeah.
I forget. Yes.
Yeah.
I am pretty well. This is actually only 10 minutes. Greg is getting the kill only like 10 minutes into the round, which is actually fairly fast for Miracles.
Oh yeah, this is a quick.
I think this is eating a force. Like, I don't care. I've got another one.
Yeah, force pitching spell pierce.
I have another one. I don't know. I think it forces make a token. It's like one on. Actually, actually, I would keep the snap. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't
Force
care.
pitch snap. Yep.
Does not care. It's like I have a draw step for my turn. I have a Jace Brainstorm and a Narset Impulse to find. How many spells does he need?
He's at 18. He's got,
He's got five tokens. 1, 2,
So he needs,
3, 4, 5, 6,
4
7.
spells.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he's got
3
6,
spells because he's got the mentor.
7. He has
Yeah.
got 7 power, and each spell is +6. So he needs 2 spells.
Oh, I forgot about the snap. Yeah. 2
Yes.
spells.
Yeah. So yeah. Oh yeah. Taking Teferi bounces Snap and Snap a Ponder.
Well, then he loses out on 2 power. 2 power.
But
From
the
bouncing
Ponder's
spell.
+6.
Yeah, that's true.
The
That will
Ponder's-
net him positive, but then he'll need a 3rd spell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, he's holding Brainstorm Plow.
Yep. There it is.
Whatever.
All right, man. Greg taking a quick win there.
I mean, the D&T's had too slow of a start. It just allowed Grace.
Yeah.
They allowed Greg to literally just go, oh, plow your one dude, play Jace. And that was his entire early game.
Yeah, exactly.
It looks like a Gideon. It looks like
Yep.
a path. Oh,
There's
two
double cataclysm, and
cataclysms.
something else behind it too. I
think
would
a
not be
Gideon.
surprised if he brought in Rest in Peace.
I don't like Rest in Peace in this matchup.
Really, I have found myself loving having Graveyard Hate like Rest in Peace against Miracles. Making their Snapcasters 2/1 flashes is super good because no one ever thinks to take it out against this sort of match.
Yeah, I think like a lot of the time it's just Snapcast's not really what I care about.
I also rarely care about Snapcaster itself, but I do care
Yeah.
about the things that Snapcaster can snap back,
Yeah,
and I usually don't have great responses to that.
because I think it's usually you're trying to have every card in your deck kill your opponent,
Mhm.
or at least threaten your opponent's mana, resources, permanents, speed removal. Oh yeah, for
And AK, yeah, that's the other good
Yeah,
reason.
so I usually think Rip is going a little too deep all the time, because it's a card that, let's say if they have a certain draw, doesn't do anything,
Mhm.
and also does not attack or disrupt your opponent really well. So I think it's fine. Yeah.
Greg going with the absolute flex strat of throw the whole sideboard in and then pick out 15 cards.
Yes. Which is what you should do if you're trying to maximize. Anything, you just do that.
Yeah. Note:
it's a big
don't
flex.
do that if you have a wish board.
Oh yeah, you always forget.
yeah,
Always.
I lost the match that wouldn't have got me into like top 8, but would have gotten me into prize winnings at Puget Sound Battleground because it was the one time that day I forgot to take something out for my wish board that was in main deck on accident.
Oh yes.
I was sad.
I have had I let my friend test once, and he went turn 1, wish for tendrils, win. Left the tendrils in the main deck, game 2, which is a totally legal play. But when he tried to wish for it in game 2, he had to find goblins instead, and immediately died to a 2020 coming the other way because they didn't have tendrils on the board. He had it in the main deck.
He should have gone full LSV, and you just be like, all right, storm count is 8, Burning Wish, and then there's no tendrils actually in the sideboard.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what you need to do. You don't tell him you have no tendrils in the sideboard.
Yeah, no, this was great because his opponent did not know what was going on. The opponent was fairly new.
Mm-hmm.
So the opponent, even if he was doing that strat, his opponent wouldn't know to concede.
Exactly. Yeah, that's.
And it's like,
That's
what are you
the
gonna do? What are you gonna do? He's like, goblins, fine. I'll make goblins.
Yeah.
He accidentally left his tendrils in the main deck.
That's why I don't know. Is there some sort of sorcery? What could you have in there?
You could wish for Dark Petition with the mana.
Yeah, exactly. That's keep the Dark Petition in the sideboard just in case.
Test does. Test takes 0 main deck Dark Petition and one sideboard Dark Petition.
Really? Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
But you need to have 8 mana.
True. Very true.
I have a lot of bad storm lines where sometimes there's a lot of like min-maxing with your test deck of where to put each card. It's like, is it better to put my tendrils in the sideboard? Or is it better to play empty in the main board? Or have 1 and 1? Or have 2 and 1? Or have something? Or is it like, oh, am I going to play my Dark Petition main? Or let's say I'm playing 3 Infernal Tutors main, 1 and 2 to Infernal Tutor side. It's like crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, going into game 2. Thompson getting the play. Should help him hopefully get some presence on the board. Maybe a double Vile hand.
It looks
Whoa.
like that's a great. I think the thing about that is you kind of just Greg's holding Council Judgment, Disenchant, Swords, Brainstorm Force. Greg's
Wow.
hand is great. Also,
Yeah.
Strand is exactly where you want to be.
Yeah. I think Thompson only saw one land, maybe two there, so that might be why he wants to throw that away.
I usually keep one land versus miracles because one land means I have more spells.
True,
But also, I
I don't know.
I usually have time to draw into it in this matchup.
That's fair. It could be a
That
little
looks like
risky.
2 lands.
3 lands.
Oh, I was like, okay, Port is good in this matchup.
Port
Wasteland is not.
waste. Yeah.
Wasteland's not. I always side out Wastelands in the Miracles matchup.
I don't know.
I trim.
I mean, actually, yeah, on D&T, yeah, because there's not
I
not gonna be splashing, worrying about their red splash. So yeah.
mean, I even do that in Rug too.
Really? Okay.
Mainly because it's Rug, since
Oh.
you're playing less blue spells.
Top deck Vile is the perfect draw right there.
I think.
I mean, it's gonna get forced by Greg.
No, Greg's holding Disenchant Council's Judgment. I think he lets us resolve. I think you want to trade in the Disenchant while Force can hit anything.
That's true. Regardless, it's not going to be long for
I
this
think
world.
you do it on this main phase, so he can't sneak a Mom in on you. Greg looks like he found 3rd land, so he's sitting on 3 lands. Yeah. Greg's on the same page.
Disenchant.
Shoots it. Looks like
Side note, I think more decks should play Aether Vial in decks that have Dryad Arbor. So you can Vial in Dryad Arbor when it's on 0.
I have a deck list for that.
Yeah.
It's called Cheaty Company, and all it is it's overcosted creatures that have a cast restriction. So and then you play collect a company and Aether Vial to cheat them in. So you play Mir Superion, which is a 5/6 for 2 that says you can only cast with creature mana, but Aether Vial doesn't care because you put it into play.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Scab Ruinator.
Yes, I love Scab Ruinator.
Exactly.
Oh, that's my favorite card in Mono Blue Martyr.
You have 3 Dryad Arbors.
Yep. I've seen a couple versions of Maverick that run
and
Vial.
also Apocryphite.
Ooh.
So it's a 2 mana 1/1 that says when it dies, exile it and it gets suspend 3.
Yep.
And if it enters, if it enters, and it was
cast for suspend.
If it enters and it was not cast from hand,
that's right.
3 1/1 counters. So if you Vial it in, it's a 4/4. Apocryphite.
Yeah, I think I know this one. Yeah.
Yeah, 1. Was put into graveyard.
If you didn't play it, cast it from hand. Okay,
you didn't play it from hand. So if you put it in off Vial or Company, it's a 4/4.
Mm-hmm. Wow, that's real good.
Okay, back to this match.
Yeah, sorry, we're snapping a brainstorm, it looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure Greg's trying to use the mana in response to port activation.
Yes, that seems right. He's got a Mentor in hand. Well, now back on top that he'll be drawing later. Well, now. Yep. That means next turn he'll be able to cast Mentor. What's he tapping the blue for there?
Ponder.
He did not ponder. That was before.
Okay, I don't know then.
I think he was.
I think he's getting sort of Fire and Ice here and just casting it.
Yeah.
Because I would just, I mean, it may not cast it because it could probably play on Force Bill. So I'm pretty sure he's trying to get sort of Fire and Ice and or Batter Skull here. He's just getting Batter Skull.
Yeah. Not casting it and being able to hold up port mana is important.
But also it's counterable if he casts it.
That too, yeah. Being able to port off Greg's only white source, though, is also really big.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's super relevant.
The fact Greg's sitting on...
I'm pretty sure it's more relevant. He's put him up from 4 to 3. It was probably the... And he also... Okay, Greg's holding Counterspell, Force, Jace, Swords, Mentor. Oh, no, it's not a sword. So it's Mentor, Mental, Counter Judgment, Tundra.
Yeah. Wow, you are so good at reading these cards quick.
It is my skill. It is CJ. What is this? Mentor.
Mentor time.
Mentor with forcible backup.
Seems good.
I'm pretty sure Greg does not really care about anything. This is round 4.
This is round 4. Is it not updated to round 4?
I don't think this round's anywhere. Doesn't he say what round it is? Oh.
Yeah, it sometimes does, it sometimes doesn't.
That's a lot of money. Why are there a bunch of money things on there for charity F&M?
Probably for one of the charity things. Yeah, man, you missed 2 rounds. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. There will be 4 rounds again next week.
Yeah. There's also you can always go back in the VOD and see 2 rounds of us talking about a bunch of random stuff.
Oh yeah, it'll be VODed for about 2 weeks or so. Oh, a Brightling in hand. That's nice.
Brightling's the only problem is he's a little bit choked on white mana.
Yeah.
He drew. See, this is what I was saying. In like the Moon Stompy deck is the mono white deck can get color screwed.
Exactly.
Okay, matchups. There's elves versus humans.
That was a really good match.
There was Bugfit versus Post.
That was our first round, which was pretty good.
And then there was D&T versus Moon Stompy.
Yeah.
Prelate. Yeah.
Sanctum Prelate.
This is eating a counterspell.
Yep.
Just get that out of here. This is a. Yep. And I'm pretty sure this is going to be pretty easy mentor to take over this game. I don't think Greg really cares about the Germ Token. Because the D&T can gain as much life as he really wants. I'm pretty sure Greg is just going to answer it as his own ledger. Because he has a disenchant in his yard for a Snapcaster Mage. And all he can just cast Jace and bounce it.
Yeah. He's 1 mana short from being able to do that, though.
Eventually.
So long as he keeps getting wastes and ports.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I would almost, like, if I was in Thompson's shoes, I would almost use one of these 3 wastelands to permanently waste that Tundra.
I would just
and then
kill
tap
Tundra.
down 2 other lands.
Well, every time I get the opportunity to waste a land out of Miracles, I do it instantly. I'm like,
Yeah.
this is so great.
Yep, there it
also,
goes.
But also, Greg, CJ being sorcery speed is also very relevant because I don't think he's going to get 2 white mana on his main phase for a while. Chalice on 1, that's a good one.
And there goes the Force.
I mean, I would force that too because I'm pretty sure Greg is also holding second Jace and also second Force.
Yeah. Just tapping the 1 land. Tapping for both.
Two. Yeah, 2. I think Greg's floating. So Greg's floating white, and then Thompson's letting him empty, and then topping in his draw step is probably what we're seeing.
Oh, that's clever.
That is, if you go on MTGS, prior for D&T, that is like recommendation number 2.
Yeah.
So because if you tap both in upkeep, they can I'll use 2 mana to cast Snapcaster Mage and wreck your thing. But if you say, okay, your mana empties out, they're obligated to use it then you can tap their 4th land if they go Snap Brainstorm, and then you've tapped all their lands.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very relevant as we just saw against accumulated knowledge.
It's also hyper relevant to go after the white sources in the upkeep because in the draw step, that means they can Miracle Terminus with it.
Yeah. Very good play from Thompson there.
Yes.
To catch those things. Greg, though, flooding the board with some monks. Some Monkus.
Yeah, so it looks like Greg is holding Snap, so you can, if Thompson actually taps too low with his with the ports, he's gonna get his Batterskull disenchanted.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay. The Thalia does the trick. Greg may actually fire off the Force Will on the Thalia.
Probably gonna have to.
I mean, he can actually kind of dirtle quite a bit with his monks against Thalia, but I think you force it because you need the Batterskull to get off the table if you're trying to win.
Yep.
Yeah, Greg agrees. Trigger.
Mm-hmm.
I do agree. Monk Token is a very good creature.
Oh yeah, Monk Token better.
Batterskull's dead. Batterskull's about to get Snap disenchanted.
Yep. Snap. Disenchant.
Yeah.
Oh no, swords. Why swords?
I would certainly go for the disenchant to cut my opponent off life. It also means he can bounce it next turn and replay it. But yeah, so with Batterskull and Stonewitch Mystic can play.
I'm betting Greg forgot he had the disenchant.
Yeah. So was he trying to go for the? I don't think you're really going to try to kill from 25.
With 5 monks, maybe.
Because so the thing about having Stonewitch Mystic and Batterskull is if you have 5 mana, you can basically bounce it and cheat it back into play in a way that you can't respond.
1 more cantrip would have been lethal. Yeah. Because he got him for 15, and he has
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's only +6.
Oh, sorry. It would have almost been.
Cantrip into land, cantrip is lethal. That's correct.
There, yeah, okay.
I still would have gone to disenchant because he's looking at a bounce replay Batterskull, and you can always do the thing where you activate Stonewitch Mystic, hold priority, and bounce Batterskull, so they can't kill Stonewitch Mystic in response.
Yep. So, Greg, when you're watching this VOD, let us know.
Let
Did
us
you
know.
forget about
Did you
Disenchant?
forget about Disenchant? Yeah, well, it's kind of, you see it right there next to that, right above that Forcible.
Mhm.
Cast on turn 2. Equip. That is one way to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think he actually could raise. Actually, you can't raise because it's Vigilance. I think it's going to be really sketchy to try to raise that Stoneforge with Vigilance. Because he gains
For
5,
Yeah.
and he's going to gain 5 when he blocks. So that means Greg needs to have 20 unblocked power.
Yeah. Greg needs to be
Which is actually doable.
positive.
Oh, he has the CJ, but no second white source.
Yeah. Okay. Ponder could find it, though.
Yes. That's a Pluto Delta. I'm pretty sure
He's
there's a
got
second
at least
Tundra.
another Tundra.
There's one more Tundra, yeah.
Yep. Here we go.
CJ, vote for Stoneforge Mystic, and that should be lethal.
Really vote for Stoneforge Mystic rather than vote for Batterskull?
I mean, Stoneforge. If you go for Batterskull, Stoneforge Mystic's around a block.
Yeah. I think you're right there.
I personally keep 8 monk tokens. Oh, he's going for the conservative play and just nuking the Batterskull.
Yep.
Which is fine. That's a Cataclysm in hand.
Ooh, that's what Thompson's got.
Cataclysm.
Really not helping a lot this right now, though. Like, Greg's already a bit starved on mana, but not starved on monks. Yeah, that's game anyway. Because those are each 3/3s. He has 6 3/3s swinging in. He can only block one of them.
Yeah.
That is it.
Well,
that is the end of our 4 rounds of Legacy. Let's bring it on back to the booth.
we get to look at our spicy jackets.
Exactly.
I'm down to talk for a little bit longer if you want to talk about some stuff. Anything in the chat you want us to talk about? If you want me to insult a card, if you name a card I don't like, I will insult it on stream.
Awesome. While you are typing that stuff up, just some quick wrap-up information. We do this Legacy stream every Monday night at about 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. So tune back in, subscribe if you want notifications about that. And we'll come at you with hard-hitting Legacy action. 4 rounds every Monday. Once a month, we've got 1Ks on Saturdays. On a Saturday. Thursdays are Modern Night on the stream. There's other stuff that goes on during the day as well. But that is a little hodgepodgey.
Arena streams.
Arena streams. I know they've done it a couple times.
Those are just kind of happen.
Yeah, there's also they've done it before. So Card Kingdom is well known if you request it for custom art tokens that they will just draw you a token. A couple times they've streamed the people that are actually drawing those tokens. So those are really cool. It's a really different sort of stream, but it's a stream that we have, and it's cool.
Yeah, it's great. Also, they vary widely based on who you get for fulfillment.
Yes.
Because it's random. Like your order gets sent to one member of the fulfillment team here. They've been great for me. They always get it right. But also, some of them you request it, they can't draw, and it's hilarious. They try their best.
So good.
They always make it funny.
Yeah.
Then there's people who are here who are amateur artists who are in the fulfillment team, and they give you a really pretty token if you ask.
Yeah. All right. So checking out the chat.
Cards. Delver. I think Delver is a really great card, perfectly designed. Also, I think it's great because it's a human. It's a human wizard. And also, a 3/2 flying is great because it dies to everything, but it's also a 1-mana flyer.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it's great. I've played a lot of Delvers. If you look up my name on MGT Top 8, you've seen I play a lot of Delver.
Yeah. I think the only thing that I think would make Delver better is if there were a handful of other cards that were on that level at the 1-drop point.
Yes.
Things that could fight Delver. Not quite at the Deathrite Shaman point, but yeah, a little bit close to that. There needs to be more playing of things that answer a flipped Delver, because I think that's one of the things that
besides
people
like
make
Baleful
mistakes.
Strix.
Yeah, Baleful Strix. Yeah.
I mean, the thing about Baleful Strix, it only goes in one type of deck. It
Yeah.
goes in like these slow controlling decks.
Yeah, more decks need to find more answers for Delvers.
Okay, Narset Parter Veils.
Awesome card.
I love the card.
Awesome
I think it's
card.
really fun, but I think its design decision was absolutely terrible. I do not think it was well designed. Mainly because having, number one, a monocolored lock piece that's a planeswalker in blue is a bad idea. While also shutting off one of the core themes of blue, which is drawing extra cards in both Eternal formats, while being one-sided. So any blue deck can play it and gain an advantage out of it while simultaneously locking out what your opponent's trying to do. And it's not like a niche lock. Something like Null Rod only locks out a certain type of strategy. Narset knocks out the majority of blue strategies because most blue decks play Ponder, Brainstorm, Preordain, etc.
I think it's a good card.
I think it's a great card.
I think it might be a bit of a bend color pie wise.
Yes.
It probably should have been blue white or just mono white.
I think it should have been Ashiok. It should have been mono black, and that'd been Ashiok.
No, because black doesn't do that kind of hate. Usually
Chains
it's
of
white.
Mephistopheles.
Chains of Mephistopheles
Yeah.
is old though.
Mono blue. I'm gonna put
Yeah.
it that way.
Blue white was fine. I think also Leovold should have been green blue white, not green blue black.
I agree.
That said, as a card, that's just like a design consideration for like designing good
Yeah.
like balanced cards and whatnot.
Yeah.
Now that it's been printed, I think it's fine. Like I don't have.
But it's actually destroying Vintage. So hopefully it gets the Ed and Karn are booted out of Vintage. That'd be great.
Yeah, it might. I think Karn will get restricted in Vintage.
Yes.
Just because the deck is so artifact heavy. I don't think Narset will, at least not for a while.
The thing about Karn is, so in Vintage, majority of players are playing a bunch of mana rocks.
Mhm.
So the format is built around doing dumb things with artifacts really fast.
Yeah.
And so the thing about Karn is there are decks that played No Rod and Sony Silence previously, but they had to make severe deck building considerations to make it playable because it was so good against your opponent, but you had to basically power down the rest of your deck in order to utilize it.
Yep.
Karn doesn't have that problem, while also letting you functionally have 4 copies of Time Vault to go turn 1 card, lock out everything you can do, turn 2, kill you with infinite turns.
Yep.
And it's not just like, I'm going to kill you. I'm going to, I can animate some dumb stuff. I can animate my Time Vault, kill you with it.
Yeah. Anyways,
Or like, I'm going to animate my, whatever, thing that actually untaps something.
I've beaten face with Pithing Needles before. It's fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But one thing, if your opponent animates a Trinisphere and attacks you with it, all your spells cost 1. Because Trinisphere has a text, it no longer has its effect if it's tapped.
Yeah. Real good throwback to old artifacts, how they work.
So, yeah.
Hymn to Turok. So I have a personal hate for this card, just like random discard, not fun. I played a couple weeks back, or maybe it's a couple of months back now, against someone who had a mono black discard deck, and they went turn 1 Dark Ritual into Hypnotic Spectre. I was like, okay. Turn 2, second swamp, swing in with Hypnotic Spectre, discard a card at random. All right, Hymn to Turok, discard 2 more cards at random. And I'm like, all right, I have just lands now. I definitely can understand why early on people thought that Hypnotic Spectre was the problem card there, not Dark Ritual. Random discard can either be really good or really bad, and it always feels bad to be on the receiving end of it.
I think it's an interesting card because it's a 2 mana, you gain card advantage, but also you can knock out lands. So you can, if your opponent's holding 2 lands, you're like, I need this to happen. You just knock them out. Also, you get a lot of feel bads because it's not a skill card. You put it on the stack, you target your opponent. And let's say it happens to hit the best card in your opponent's hand, or like the 2 best cards in your opponent's hand. Your opponent feels bad and they feel like they got unlucky and they get tilted.
Yeah.
But if you hit the 2 worst cards out of your opponent's hand and your opponent just kills you anyway, you feel bad and there's nothing you could have done about it.
Yeah. I think just in general, like random discard like that is not super fun, especially early on. I would love to see more things like Nullhide Ferox and Loxodon Smiter printed. Things that if your opponent causes you to discard them, they come into play instead. I've seen someone drop in 2 Nullhide Feroxes off of getting Hymn to Turok.
Oh no!
They were playing Nick Fit and they were there being like, I dare you to hymn me. Like that was the point of their deck.
I mean, it's a 6/6 hexproof. It's great.
It's good. But anyways,
4 mana.
I want more stuff that gets or like counters discard like that. Maybe something that's closer to legacy playable than Nullhide Ferox, which Nullhide Ferox is close. That's like I would put that at like tier 3. I'm looking for something like tier 2, so like a step above.
Oh yeah, you should play Carnage Tyrant.
Carnage Tyrant is a sweet card.
That's a good Nick Fit threat.
Yeah. Oh, it's a sweet Nick Fit top ender. It's great. Other things people wanted things about. I think that's everything.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think we're gonna wrap the stream up. Kelvin, do you want to tell the folks if you've got anything going on Magic related on the internet?
I basically do this because I have a job. I actually live in Toronto for 8 months of the year.
Nice.
So if you want to see me at face-to-face games in Toronto, that's where I usually go. Or Harry Tarantula, I'm up there, or 401.
Nice.
So if any of you happen to be in Canada, I know one of my friends tuned in from Toronto. But also, I'm gonna say this one more. I say this every time I stream.
Mhm.
Dreadhorde Arcanist is bad. I'll say that now. It's not a good Delver threat. If you're playing an Arcanist deck, you play an Arcanist deck, but don't call it a Delver deck 'cause it's not a Delver deck.
Yeah. All right.
That's my hot. I always have the same hot take. but
That's a
yeah.
good hot take. My hot take for a while was Days would be fine to print into Modern.
Actually, I agree.
Yeah, right?
That'd be fine.
Turns out I was wrong, and they
Think-
went with Flusterstorm
Well,
instead.
the
so.
thing about Modern is people play a bunch of non-island, non-basics because your island Okay, turn 1 Spire Bluff Canal is usually strictly worse than turn 1 Shock Steam Vents because the island subtype's not relevant.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Anyways, before we ramble on anymore, I think we're going to wrap this up so we can
Yes.
head out of here. Please tune back in next week. Like we said, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time is when we do these legacy streams. We've got Modern on Thursdays, variety of things during the day, and check the schedule online for Saturdays. We do some 1Ks. We do Pauper, big Pauper tournaments on here too.
Oh,
Now
yes.
that Pauper is an official paper format. Come check it out.
Yes.
See, get all the hot takes before your F&M runs Pauper.
Oh yeah.
See what's good.
Also, Canadian Highlander in 2 weeks too.
Yep,
You should definitely
Canadian
watch.
Highlander.
That one's gonna be spicy.
So I like brewing. Canadian Highlander is a brewer's paradise.
Yes.
Definitely going to be lots of interesting decks there.
Oh.
Check it
Okay.
out.
What do you play Canlander?
Not yet. I'm still picking up a couple more pieces to finish my first
Nice.
deck.
I play 5-color greedy Jiki.
Ooh, a man after
So
my
good.
own heart.
Yeah, so like my points are Demonic Tutor,
Uh-huh.
Birthing Pod,
Yeah.
Survival of the Fittest,
Yeah.
Strip Mine,
Okay.
and Light Tutor.
Those are good points.
And then half the time you win just by going like turn 1 Dork into like turn 2 Dork into turn 3 Goblin Settler, copy Goblin Settler, find Strip Mine you, and then you try to search up Raymond Excavator and keep strip mining them a bunch of times. And then on turn like 10, you're like, oh fine, I'll kill you Kiki Jiki.
Yeah.
It's
Seems
great.
good. But anyways,
Yes.
we're gonna wrap up now for
Yes.
sure. So thank you everyone for tuning in. We hope to see you again in the future. And since no one asked, but I thought people would, these glasses are real. See you next time. They really do look fake.
That's a good way. That's a good way to end it.
I know, right? They really do look fake in every single picture I take with them. It's so funny. And stop recording.